right? It's only right that I check the temperature in the room. So I'm gonna unmute y'all really quick in like 5 seconds, all right? And I need y'all to make so much noise that the neighbors is like, what's happening over there? Wealthy experience, what? We need to know what's going on. So when I unmute y'all, we gonna check and see if y'all ready for day 3, y'all. So let's get it. I need y'all to make some noise, all right? Let's go.
Let's
Let's
go.
go.
Let's
Go.
Bring it, bring it, bring it, bring it, bring it, bring
Elvis.
it.
Let's
Let's
mogul.
Wait, I want y'all to listen to it because
Go.
that's
Let's go, let's go.
Game time.
Fire.
Go.
Let's go. Okay, how's
Go.
the day?
Somebody singing.
Go.
Let's
Philip
go.
B.
Let's go.
Go.
Let's
Go.
go,
Let's
let's
go.
go.
Let's go.
Let's
Let's
go,
go.
let's
Let's
go,
go.
let's
Let's
go, let's go.
go. We have
Let's
go.
go.
Let's
Enjoy.
go. Let's
Add for the
go.
knowledge.
They be hitting the notes and everything.
Yeah, they ready. They ready. They ready. You was lighting up the Telegram today. They like, yeah, they couldn't wait for tonight. They couldn't wait for tonight, man. So
Man, I got tired showing them all that stuff.
listen, I'm gonna be taking notes. I'm excited. I'm gonna be taking notes tonight, y'all. So all right, perfect. Joy, how you doing, Joy?
Amazing. How are you?
I'm doing good. Good to see you. Good to see you. So, all right, let's jump right into it. Y'all know the drill. Raise your virtual hands. You know, let's get through this. We want to get through as many people as possible. So, in the interest of time, please get to your question as fast as possible because we want to get to as many people as possible. All right. So let's get it, team. Let's get it rolling.
Hello, can you guys hear
Hello.
me?
Hi.
Yes, man.
Hi, how you doing? So, real quick, 2 questions if you don't mind. And this may be for Miss Joy. In your grant process of filling out the grants, do you ever revisit a grant that you have been denied, or you just go on to the next, on to the next?
Um, when you say
In your
revisit,
professional,
you mean do you apply again the following year?
yes, ma'am, in your professional opinion.
So if you get denied, you can always send a follow-up letter like, "Hey, I'm just wondering to see what could I have improved on." So you want to try to get some feedback. Some people will respond and let you know like, "Hey, well, we were looking for more of X, Y, and Z." But I mean, just like at one point you didn't know how to drive a car, right? But you didn't stop trying. So just because you get one no, we don't just stop. So we're gonna be continuously apply, and then we apply for the same grant again the following year.
Okay, yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
And I do have a second question. If you are a independent contractor, let's say you do admin work as an independent
Miss Benson,
yes, ma'am.
you froze.
I am
You have
so
to say that
sorry.
last part again.
Are we together now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you so much. So, if you are an independent contractor, let's say you do admin work, but you are an independent contractor under another company, can you use that and file that under an LLC and bill an LLC on that?
Yes, you can form an LLC for the admin work that you do if they're paying you a 1099.
Correct.
And that would just be your business, correct?
Okay, thank you so much.
You're
That is
welcome.
all.
Hi, Gary.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we
Hey,
can.
what's going on?
Hey, how's everyone?
What's
Doing
up?
amazing. How you doing?
All right. Hey, I got a brief question here. I own a car share business with about like 10 to 12 vehicles that are rented out on a daily basis. And my question is you went over some of this last night, Joy, but my question is, what would you recommend to limit the liability as far as structure and or more importantly, the insurance aspect of it?
You asked the perfect person.
You're renting them via a third party, or there is no middleman.
Middleman meaning that I have like a partner that's hands-on the ground in another state that's doing like all the operational. So they take care of all like the logistics as far as renting them out to the consumers, collecting payments and all that. But my biggest issue is liability as far as like insurance. I'm trying to eliminate that because there's a lot of places out here that won't that won't insure car rental businesses and whatnot because it's a high liability, high risk.
You have to get car rental insurance. Let me find a company I use. So you are requiring the customer to get the insurance? Or you're trying to use the insurance that they already have on a car? Do you hear me?
You on mute, Gary.
Okay, I should be back now. I don't know what happened there, but anyhow, what I was saying was sometimes we offer them insurance. Well, all the time we offer them insurance, but a lot of times they decline it. So we have insurance on the vehicles ourselves, but we're trying to eliminate all that so we don't even have to go that route.
Okay, okay. So number one, grab the link that I've dropped in the chat. That's going to be a car rental company that does training and insurance. Let them know that I referred you. They will connect you with an insurance company. So when someone comes in to rent a car, they're going to pay for the rental car insurance coverage through this company. They're going to pay X amount of dollars a day. They'll be able to print the contract out at the actual location. So every time the person is driving the car, they have car rental insurance on the car. You know how when you go to Avis, they say, hey, do you want to have insurance? It's going to be that kind of insurance. So your personal policy, once they know that this is how you're using your cars, they are not going to insure you in case of an accident. So you want to have car rental insurance. So there are a couple of companies, but the customer is going to pay for every single day an extra $60, $50, whatever it is a day to have coverage through this company. And that's how you reduce your liability, along with you need to have 2 trackers. You need to have one that's plugged into the car. So when they find that tracker, they think that's it. And then you need to have a wireless tracker. So once they snatch the tracker that is plugged in, they're going to think that is it. But the wireless tracker, you will always be able to have. And so you are in a high risk industry. They are going to steal the car. I've had cars catch on fire. I've had cars in police chases, right? So it's like you want to do your due diligence at the checkout. The problem is a lot of times the person checking the car out isn't going to be the person who's driving. They're going to send the girl or send the mom in there, but someone else is going to end up driving the car. So it's just going to be high risk. You got to have the insurance and then multiple trackers on the car, so you at least have your inventory, and if something goes wrong, you're at least covered via the car rental insurance company. You also need to get a driver's license reader. The insurance company is gonna require that. So it's gonna be like a little machine. You know how like at TSA at the airport, you got to put that ID in. It's gonna be like that. It's gonna scan the ID to make sure it's a valid ID, because you got to have all of this stuff for the insurance to take place. You on mute, Gary.
Hey, sorry, I don't know what keeps happening with that, but thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yo, I put in the chat access. Like, it's just something powerful about getting in the room and getting access. Like, he asked one question, she gave him the website. Let me Google, let me figure this out, let me research. He asked one question and she gave him the exact website plus extra on top. That's what you guys are investing in yourself for, so you can get access. People lose sight of, I'm paying for this class or this, that. No, you're getting access.
Mhm.
I can ask a question and I get the answer. It's called the Fast Pass. That was dope. Seriously.
Okay, Primavera, yes. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Awesome.
I have a couple of questions. Yesterday when you were talking about the holding company, I kind of did things backwards. I inherited my godmom's car, but I traded it in for a van, a wheelchair accessible van to have for my home care company. How would I go about putting that vehicle, that van now into the holding company? So that it's not under my name, because when I went to the bank and told them that that's what I wanted to do, they said that I needed at least a 2-year business credit history showing income. So I just wanted to know how to go about to get my van into the business name now that it's.
The van has a loan
It
on it?
hasn't been, I'm sorry.
The van has a loan on it?
Yes. That's what I'm saying. I did it backwards. I bought the van. I traded the car in for the van used in my business, but the business I didn't know I needed a 2-year business history.
The van
So,
new? Is the van
yes,
like newer?
it's new. Mhm.
You
This
can
is
try
2024.
you could try Bank of America and do a refinance, and they'll refinance it right into the business name. But you'll back it off your personal.
Could you say that last part again? Hold on, guys. I'm sorry.
Bank of America.
Yeah, I got Bank of America.
You hit small business at the top, and then it'll say like lending and auto loans. You hit auto loans and just go through that application, and then they'll let you know either that night or next morning. They pull from Experian.
Okay.
But I got 4 cars, all of them with that.
Okay. So I thank you for that. And my other, you'll probably go into this with as far as insurance. So when you do your insurance on your vehicles, does that count as a tax write-off too when you put in your
Yeah,
paying?
but the other thing too, your insurance gonna have to be commercial.
Right, commercial insurance, yeah.
You can try who do I have? Byberg.
Buy,
It's through Warren Buffett. You can try Byberg. They'll do
buy,
it right there over the phone and everything. And they're pretty reasonable. But full disclosure, that commercial insurance is higher than the regular insurance. Just full
yeah,
disclosure.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. But you can Bank of America and Byberg. But I personally done the refinance a couple times, and I personally bought cars directly through Bank of America. And all my stuff is through Byberg.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I'm sure I have another question. I just can't think of it right now.
Good, all good.
Gigi Redheart.
Thomas, how you doing?
Thomas, what's
How you
up?
doing? I had a credit question, right? I got an LLC and all of that, right? But my question was in reference towards when you're going for like your first round of funding, and you're doing the PG, and you get on your personal side. Is it a good strategy to remove the inquiries within that 30-day window period right after you get the funding on the first round, or do you let it sit and marinate, let the cars kind of like get some weeks or age on them or whatever?
Yeah, so what I would do is remove the inquiries right away. Like, so once you get approved, like for me, when I apply and once I get approved, I'm calling up and get it removed. It's easier to do it that way because the typically the credit card or the loan or whatever you apply for is not even on your credit yet. It takes a couple weeks to even report on your credit, so it's actually easier to dispute when it's not on your credit. Right. And then you want to keep your profile clean as possible so you can go for another round. So to answer your question, yes, don't wait. As soon as you get approved and you know that thing is coming in the mail, I'll be on the phone with the credit bureaus getting those inquiries removed.
Right. So the bank won't kind of like, because certain banks won't kind of close the account on you?
That's a risk, right? I'm not gonna say they won't. Have it ever happened to me? No, but it is a risk. So, you gotta kind of pick which route you want to take. Again, I've never happened to me. It is something that could be possible, but it's a hit or miss.
All right, copy.
Mhm.
That's it.
No doubt, bro.
How you doing, Miss Marion?
You gotta unmute.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, Joy. So my question is, I'm a hairstylist and I have a salon. However, I did an SBA loan and I got $120,000. I used that money and I had an idea where my business was doing well. So I figured if I expanded it and opened it into a full service salon, I put the money in that. So I put the money in it, refurbished, got a beautiful salon. It is now 8 months and my chairs are still not rented. And besides that, I got myself into a smaller suite across the street because my clientele is private, so I can't have them in the open. So now I have 2 locations, 2 rents, and I basically put the money into, and that just didn't. And I'm afraid of just yesterday when he was speaking about the credit cards and what's her name, Dana, and applying for more. I'm in a place where I'm terrified because I'm like, I have 2 business credit cards and I'm pretty much almost maxed out right now. So do I get more? Like I'm in a bind right now. What's your advice?
You're in a bind to where you can't afford to pay both rents?
I'm paying them, but basically I'm working to pay them. All
And
my
two,
money is pretty much going into 2 right now.
they're
The
two
salon?
salons.
Yeah, so I have a kind of like a suite and a salon. So the salon has 8 chairs, 2's rented period, so 6 is wide open.
It,
What city are you in?
Brooklyn, New York. Brooklyn, very expensive, yeah.
I'm gonna let you go, Joe. I got a question for that.
hmm
So
Yeah.
what are we doing, or what are we doing as far as marketing to get someone in?
Exact
I mean,
question.
I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm everywhere.
Why don't you go to the beauty schools?
I
There you
did
go.
that. Now I don't know, for some reason, girls nowadays want to go into suites. They don't want to be in salons. They don't want to get training. They pretty much think they know everything. And you can't just have someone come into your space and just like, I don't know. I did a training thing before, but it's just not working right now. Because I used to have classes once per month. Not even that's working. People just don't have money.
What's the feedback when you do talk to people?
Well, I'm in East Flatbush. Rent is a little high.
So
Mine's a little bit
so
higher
the
than theirs.
price.
Yeah.
So it's not that they don't like it, it's just that the numbers there.
That too, a lot of people are not licensed. We have the eye situation going on, so those stylists are doing hair at home. It's a lot in Brooklyn right now.
So let me ask you, what is the price that you want per chair right now? And
250 per week, and I went down actually.
what is your break? What is the number like? I can't go less than that. Is that 250? You at that number now?
200. I even
200.
offer that as a break-in for 3 months, give you a break, build your clientele up. So
Do
it's not
you
like I'm
have any
turning them.
clientele that you could could you use someone to help you, like maybe prep your clients, like take down shampoos, that kind of stuff, like they can kind of be work for you and have their own space?
I'm looking for that right now. I had a young lady I taught for 5 years, and the moment I got my suite, she found somewhere else and left.
So I would
Is it
maybe offer that. So for a person who's trying to, I have enough clientele, but I may not have enough to cover everything. I would maybe offer, hey, I will help train you. I've been in the salon industry for Blase. I'll help train you. I will help give you like prep work to do, and
Mhm.
you can look. I would speak about how professional you look and how you can charge more when you're in a salon versus going to someone's house.
And do I
Secondly,
contract them or no? Because the moment they learn, they're out the door.
they're always going to be out the door. It's the salon industry is a high turnover.
Mhm.
So don't teach them everything. You're just trying to get someone to do booth rent. The issue is booth rent, is hard because a stylist is very creative. They're not business savvy. So, coming up with that booth rent every single week is sometimes hard for them. Can you change any of the stations to maybe like a content area where you can maybe rent it out for
Well,
like
the
a
salon is
content studio?
beautiful. It can be. It's everywhere in the salon. It's pretty much a content area. Like I did a lot. So what I have, like right now, I have 2 young ladies who pop in once a week, maybe twice. I charge them $60 per day, but they're not consistent. I see it on the chat going on. I have a sign outside, Lash Tech, makeup artist, whatever. It's
Why
just
don't you
hard.
why don't you offer this? Why don't you open up to everything? So like microblading, makeup, lash
Mhm.
tech. Why don't you offer the hourly rate? Like, so forget signing contracts. You can
Mhm.
do like an Airbnb for a salon studio.
So okay, so pay them a flat rate, pretty much payroll.
No, they will
No.
pay you an hourly rate to be. I'm a makeup artist and I want to
Mhm.
look professional. I will book 2 hours with you at a station to come in and do my client's makeup. So opening
Okay.
it opening it up to all the beauty industries. And I would also make something a content area. So if you're a stylist, you want to come in and do
Mhm.
content, you know what I'm saying, in a nice background,
Get yeah.
makeup artist, see how we can use the space in other ways.
Okay. Thank
And I
you.
would have hourly rates. You can have packages, so like an hourly rate, or you can have like if you want to have like a
I
like
have
they
day
can
rates
pay up
right
front.
now.
Say it
Mhm.
again.
I have day rates right now.
Hourly.
Mhm. Okay.
You can have
So if I can,
hourly, day
okay.
rates, weekly rates. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You can advertise for out of town makeup artists, hairstylists. If you're coming into New York, if you want to have a more professional look and you're
Okay.
at your house, you want to maybe, because the whole reason why a girl won't come there if she's licensed is I don't want to sign a lease and I can't afford $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a
Okay.
lot of creative people, what they don't have is they don't have work ethic, right? I've had salons.
Thank-
Well, just call me when the client comes. But what? Like you got to be here when the client comes. They don't get that.
I'm dealing
So
with that right now.
so just pivot, right? You can
Mhm.
have an. Have you seen that girl? She has a 24-hour braiding salon.
In Maryland, yeah, trust me, I'm everywhere. I'm watching it. Yeah.
Okay. So do something different. You have the hourly salon, right? So you
Mhm.
want to come rent you a station for an hour, 2 hours, whatever. Come on
Mhm.
in.
Okay.
Weekends you can charge more.
Mhm.
And also I would advertise as a content studio.
Okay. I have that down. Okay.
Now, when you do your advertisement, Ms. Marion, you got to look like money, right? So you got
That's true. Yeah, that's
you
true. Yeah.
you have to show up, face
Mhm.
beat, hair lay.
Mhm.
Okay, y'all, your look is everything. So if you are not quite yet ready to have a monthly bill, come into my hourly studio. You know how they got hourly hotels?
Yes. Empire
Hourly,
Space. Yeah.
hourly thing.
Mhm. Okay. Thank
And
you.
drop your Instagram, drop your socials in the chat too. We want to check it out.
All right, I will.
All right, cool.
All right.
Is that I don't know how Brooklyn is, but is it a way? Not is it a way, but could the chairs are the chairs bolted to the floor or they can move around?
They can move around.
Most likely. I would maybe look into maybe people having like small little pop-ups and you can move the chairs in the back and let them do a little small little pop-up there if it's big enough. I know people in Philly they do that. They'll have salons or they'll have like, juice bars and they'll just move all the tables and chairs and they'll let people have like a little um um missionary, not missionary, but like, churches have like little groups and things like that, like small 20 people, 30 people. They do that in Philly a lot. Like when people don't want to have big events like how we have, and say, like, I just need 30 people for this girls' night or, men's night or, book launch or just, something small. They'll go in there and they'll rent small little stores like that. Someone just had in Philly, it's a small little boutique, a small little boutique store. They had their whole birthday party at the boutique because they only wanted like 20 people. But they wanted the aesthetic of, the clothes and everything in the background. We paid them like $2,000 for the night. It was
Cute.
in Philly.
Okay. Come on, event space / content studio / salon.
Just
Come on.
think outside the box.
Mhm.
Especially for you because you got income coming in from, your chair and things like that. You can really cut in and your price super competitive because you're not relying strictly on that. This is just trying to fill in those extra spaces. But I'm sorry, Latasha, I wanted to add that.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. I get it. My question is for Miss Joy. I just needed some clarity on something you touched based on last night. And I think it was about paying yourself out of your business and just transferring the money over to your personal account. But I was wondering, how do you prove like proof of income doing it that way when you want to go apply for loans and things like that? How do you show proof of income just transferring money to your personal account from out of your business account? Is that,
So
am I thinking right? I'm not
no,
sure.
you're thinking right. So when you are a single member LLC, you are not allowed to be on payroll.
Okay.
So how you would prove your income is you would have to bring in your business bank statements and they would have to look at the business income. So the whole goal is to become an employee of your business. So eventually you do want to become an S Corp and be able to have a paycheck so you can just walk in and just show your proof of income with your paycheck and you are an employee of the business and you are the founder of the business. So you do want to eventually be an employee of your business.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
She driving. She said, I'm gonna get my question in. How you doing?
So for me, hi, this question is for Joy, or actually also I'm a real estate agent and I have an S Corp. I am paying myself as an employee and I want to know how to protect two things right now because I'm coming to some health issues and I'm trying to figure out how to protect my assets because I used to work for the Carpenters Union. A lot of people that worked, they end up getting sick and they're, spend their money on health issues. So I would like to protect my home and my investments, my pet.
Maria, can you hear us?
Maria, since you driving her, you might
Streams
have
of income.
Maria, do me a favor. Turn your camera off because you driving around. You might be in a little tough signal. Turn the camera off, help the signal a little bit.
Okay.
So you want to protect your assets from the medical expenses?
Yes. My house, I still have it under my name, and I'm already in the process creating.
You're going in and out, Maria.
I would say just drop it in the chat. Maybe we can answer it when you drop it in the chat.
But one thing I would say is you want to make sure that you're here tomorrow.
Hear me?
For Ramel,
I lost.
Do you already have a life insurance policy that has living benefits?
No, that's what I'm looking into right now. Also, in a living trust.
Okay. So remember, I told you last night that the revocable trust doesn't give you any asset protection. The irrevocable trust does give you protection, but once you put the asset in there, you will not be able to change it or have any access, like to control it. So if you're okay with that.
I missed last night's class, and so I'm gonna be doing it. So I'm gonna be watching the I was out yesterday.
Okay. So I would say watch the replay. What is the concern? The concern is that you're going to have too many medical bills.
Wonderful.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Maria?
Can you hear me?
Now I can.
Okay. You know they're gonna be running my social when if I apply for medical or something, right?
Say it again.
If I happen to qualify for medical, so it's breast cancer that I got. So let's say that they're gonna eventually apply for medical for my treatments. The medical is gonna run. Am I right that they're gonna run my social and they're gonna want me to, spend the money on my equity on my home first?
Does your house have a mortgage on it?
My house has a very low mortgage on it. But I know I have close to $1 million in equity.
Maybe it might be just for what you're trying to do, and Joy can, double check this, but maybe it might be good to do a small refinance in your house, but more like a DSCR loan, more of like a basically a business loan, but a small one. Maybe take out a little bit, to handle whatever you need to handle, what's going on in your life right now. But that way you can move from your personal to your business name, take a little piece of cash out to handle whatever you need to handle. And then now you're moving into your business name. So now it's totally separated. You can run your social. It's strictly in your business now.
The issue I think she's saying is for her to be on Medi-Cal, the insurance. You're in California?
I am.
That they're gonna first pull whatever asset she has. So they're gonna make her use her equity in her home first before the insurance kicks in. Is that correct?
That's my concern. That's what I heard.
That's
That they're. Mhm.
So I don't, that's not my lane. So I don't know 100%, but when I used to work at the retirement home, and people used to do certain things before they actually moved in because of that. When they move into a retirement home or they get that Medicaid or Medicaid, all those different things, they run everything. So what they'll do is they'll sell the house to their kids. Like these people they was super duper rich, but they used to do certain things right before they moved in. They'll sell the house to the kids, sell the house outright, or they'll move the house into a different entity. So when they go into the retirement home, they was like clean. They had nothing.
Is there a way for you to refine, like to pull the equity out?
I know that I believe it's a 2-year that they go back and check, and they want an explanation where did the money go.
Okay.
I hear about about these ghosts LLCs. Is that something or no?
The
Anonymous
issue,
LLC.
here's the issue. If they're gonna go back 2 years, like there is no way. And see, dealing with a mortgage, everything is a paper trail. So
Yeah.
there is no way for us to undo anything if they're gonna do a look back for 2 years. And if they're gonna do a look back for 2 years, anything we do to try to protect that is gonna be deemed fraudulent.
What about in living trust? Do they still touch? Yes, right? Because it's still my property.
If they're gonna do a look back for 2 years,
Yes. But
if you transfer it, then aren't they gonna see it?
If they transfer it, if I transfer the property into a living trust, will they still want to access my equity before they give me any benefits?
You're doing this is totally separate ordeal. You're not doing this through the insurance. This is a sole real estate transaction. Let me ask you something though, because you said a couple words. You said I think they go back 2 years. Like, how confident, like, is this a fact? Like, you heard this directly from the medical carrier, from like, because I don't want us to come up with scenarios, and this is not even an issue that we really have. Like, what is like the actual facts behind this?
Yes, it's 2 years.
That's a
They
fact. It's
go,
2 years.
it's a fact, they go back 2 years.
Okay. So me personally, I don't know if you got anybody you can trust. Like, I don't know, I would sell it to, this is just what I've seen people do. They would, like, the older other demographic that I used to work for, they used to maneuver houses. They'll sell it to someone else in the family. They'll sell it to a business. That's how they would maneuver things right before they moved in. They would do it all the time, all the time.
You know what? In real estate, sometimes I feel bad where I have parents that had a health situation, put the house, quick claim did it to one of their children, and eventually they were able to beat, whatever they were dealing with health-wise. And then the child will kick them out of the house and say, hold on, this is my house now. And we see
That's
that a lot in real estate. So
yeah,
is there a way
yeah.
I can do like a something with my kids, or
But if they still be able to see you still attached to it. My question, I would, I don't think any of us can really solely 100% answer that, because we not in that specific space you in right now, California, whatever. So I would look deeper into it, and I would see if you can sell this to an LLC, maybe sell it for literally right above. I wouldn't do it to the exact dollar. So if you owe 100,000, I would sell the house to the LLC for maybe 110. So you show that you actually made some type of profit. You did something. So they're looking at the $10,000, $20,000 on top that you made versus the 900,000 or whatever leftover worth that you have. And I would maneuver like that. But like I said, you know what they say, I'm not a financial advisor. I would really talk to somebody about that first to see, because I don't want you to do it and then it didn't really do anything. But that's how in Philadelphia, that's how people would do it. Here they would maneuver, they would sell it to somebody, sell it to the business, maneuver it around right before they moved into the retirement home, right before they got access to all the Medicaid and all that stuff.
Derek, and how would if I do it with that to an LLC, that would have to be under a person that I trust?
So that's where Joy come in. You can layer the LLC up to where it's LLC owned by another LLC, like the Wyoming thing. You can kind of layer it.
Okay, maybe Miss Joy, can you help me with that?
I personally was about to do it for a house that I was buying. I didn't want nobody to know about this. So was buying a house under a LLC, but the LLC was owned by this LLC in Wyoming. I had this thing like super layered.
Can Miss Joy help you, or who help you?
So this is what you need to first find out, Maria. If they're doing a 2-year look back,
it doesn't matter.
We're out of time.
Got it.
That's the problem. So what I would do is I would go talk to an estate planning attorney in California and make sure that they are abreast with whatever the Medi-Cal rules are. Because if they're doing a look back, if they're going to do a 2-year look back, it's already in your neck. Like there's nothing that we can do today that can overcome the last 2 years.
I like Derek's
something
idea
today and then go run the play in 2028. But if they're going to do a 2-year look back now, the house is already in your name. So if the house is now out of your name, I would first ask an estate planning attorney in California what your options are. Can we sell it? The questions, this is what I would say. If you sell $1 million home for $100,000, that's already going to throw up a red flag. Like no one's selling $1 million home for $110,000. It's going to be a red flag.
Got it. Yeah, totally. And I don't know if I have time for Derek to tell me how to market and find those deals to be able to flip homes. I used to flip homes before.
You mean like 20 minutes? I got you.
Now, Maria, what you could do is go take some debt out on the house. Go, I don't know what this called. Pull the equity out, refinance, go pull the money out and act like you have to go help pay for some stuff. Does that make sense?
Can you give me an idea on what stuff it would be valid for me to do?
Okay, if you are fighting breast cancer, you are not going to be able to work, correct?
Yes, for a while.
Okay, so we can't work. So you went and took the equity out of your home so you can have some living capital. So you got to have money for living expenses, for food, for your car note, a therapist, holistic treatment. You're going to go to another country and try some holistic thing. I would try to get the money out and saying I'm using it for necessary expenses to battle cancer that I got to pay for myself. So that way, whatever it is that they're going to take from you, it'll be less. So maybe I wouldn't take the full $1 million out. Maybe I'll take $800,000 out. So this is for me just to kind of get through my cancer battle, pay my other bills, credit cards. I'm going to try some holistic stuff along with this chemo. So that sounds more realistic.
Awesome. Thank you, Joy.
Maybe leave like $100,000 in there so it doesn't look like I'm trying to take all my money out and then get on Medi-Cal. Make it look realistic. So go look up. There's a couple of like holistic cancer treatments outside of the country and a couple people have gone to. What does that cost? Right? So you can say, hey, this is my 2-year plan to beat cancer. So I had to take this money out to go live on because going through all this, I don't know how I'm going to be able to live, function. So I'm doing it for this reason. That makes it look realistic.
Okay. Is there like in California also any grants for real estate agents that you know of?
There will be it's for what do you need the money for? Is there going to be a grant for an agent just to pay you? No.
No, I think sometimes with this session we had this morning, it was just amazing because I think sometimes, but for me personally, I'm used to, I think I need to do it all, but I would like to delegate. I can definitely use like an assistant. I can use money to advertise.
So yes, you can apply this for a regular small business grant, like the Amber grant that we did last night for $10,000. So you need money for marketing, advertisement. You want to go ahead and get a personal assistant in there to help do your emails, help you with your open houses, help you with your marketing, all of those things. Yes.
I'll check the video for yesterday, and thank you to everyone that is sending me all these amazing support and beautiful messages. Thank you so much. Thank you, Joy, Derek. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Shavar, how you doing?
What's going on?
Hey, I'm doing all right, Joy. All right, Boone, Ramel. My question's for Boone. I recently retired about 2 years ago from the military, and I currently work full time as a contractor.
Happy Veterans Day.
Hey, appreciate it. So my personal income is squared away. It's fine. I recently locked down a construction loan. Started an LLC roughly 2 years ago, shortly after retiring, to get into real estate investing. More geared towards multifamily homes. Currently have a duplex that's under construction. We're should be wrapping up in about maybe 4 weeks. Looking to rent to nonprofit organizations so that I can kind of lease up, multi-year lease, and then move on to the next property. Looking to scale, and I'm trying to. I don't want to use my own funds, and I don't want to overextend myself. And I'm looking for ways to kind of scale the business in that space, more geared towards like providing services to homeless veterans, at-risk children, kind of along those lines, is what kind of piqued my interest.
Okay. You give it like 13 minutes, and if I don't answer your question within what we're going to talk about, I'll personally stay on after to
Okay.
answer more questions.
Gotcha.
But I'm going to hit exactly that.
Appreciate it.
No problem.
Hi, Denise. How you doing?
You on mute. You on mute.
There you go.
Perfect.
All right. Hi. Hi, everybody. I had a question that I wanted to ask, but before I ask the question, I wanted to say about the lady that lived in New York that has the salon in Brooklyn. I wanted to say, so I go to New York because I'm from New York, like I told you before, but I go back and forth up there. So I'm always looking for a place to work when I go up there because I also have clients that's still in New York that I go back and forth and serve. So I wanted to reach out to her too. But the question that I wanted to ask you guys, well, it was actually to Joy. What would be the best way? I already have my LLC. It's about, let me see, since 2011 is when I started the LLC. But I wanted to change my LLC to my name. And actually bring it, because originally I started off with my LLC. It was a S Corp, I'm sorry. And then when I got sick or whatever, my accountant, he pushed it back to the LLC. So I want to go back to S Corp, but I want to change the name of my business to my own brand, to my name, my actual name.
Just file an amendment with the Secretary of State changing the name of the LLC.
Okay.
And
then but still keep the doing business as for my salon. Because I want to keep the LLC, the umbrella, because I want to branch and do different things. It's all in the beauty industry, but I want to have different things. So I didn't know if I should, like I remember you were saying last night about just having different LLCs.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's in the same category, well, the same, yeah, in the beauty industry, would it be just better to do an S Corp and then just do my salon as my doing business name? Just keep, because I want to keep the name of my salon. Now it's doing business as well.
Okay, you confused me. So the LLC you have now, what's the name of your LLC?
It's Hair I Am Talent.
So what's the name of your salon?
It's Hair I Am Beauty Bar.
So Hair I Am is doing business as Hair I Am Beauty Bar.
Hair I Am Talents is the actual LLC.
Correct.
The doing business name is Hair I Am Beauty Bar.
Okay. So then what is the new business that you're trying to do?
It's just the e-coms.
So that just needs to be a new LLC.
Just a whole new LLC.
Correct.
Okay. And I can do it in my own name.
Correct.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Walter, how you doing?
Well,
Hey, how y'all doing?
Doing good.
Hey, I'm chimed in. I'm glad I'm part of this group and everything. I got my own company set up as WB Logistics Management down here in Alpharetta, Georgia, and I kind of tried to tap into like the government contracting side of things, but I have a diverse background. Like I'm a veteran myself, and I have construction background, telecommunications, things like that. And I was running into a challenge as far as like trying to figure out how to get funding to actually attack the government space as far as like federal and like local government contracts. And I was just trying to figure out how to actually go about doing that as far as like getting funded. Maybe I went to PNC, they gave me 50,000. They would have, I just didn't accept it because at the time I wasn't in the proper space to accept the money. I just want to get the money and just let it dwindle slowly. So that's basically what I'm doing. But I'm just trying to figure out, the avenue to get funding, and actually need somebody to help me try to write up some proposals on how to actually attack these bids and actually win some of these contracts.
All right, so I'll add something to that. So let me ask you this. You said you got approved for 50,000 with PNC. What did you do? Like, what was your process to get approved with PNC?
My process was basically I went and set up my LLC, got my name approved on everything. When I got my EIN, when I got my had my articles of organization, went to the bank, had all my paperwork in order, went in there, and allowed me to set it up. I made a deposit into the account, and while I was in there, he said, "I would like to offer you $50,000." Just at the time, it was just like I just wasn't ready for it.
So is that process, the exact process that you did to get 50 is the same exact process. And I'm gonna talk more about it tomorrow. But I'm gonna just tell you, Walter, if they gonna give you the money, take it. Don't sit on it like, nah, I don't want it. You know what I mean? Go get that money, and then it's gonna force you to go figure out what to do with it. All right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't ever do that again for sure. But yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna go a little bit more into some creative financial strategies and how to apply. So yeah, I got you on that. But in regards to the proposals, I don't know if Boone or Joy got anything they can add in regards to that. I don't really have nothing. That's not my lane, so I can't really give you any strategy on government grants. I mean the government contracts.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Are you already certified as a veteran-owned business?
Yes.
Okay. Have you been bidding on contracts?
I was kind of like nitpicking, going through what I'm familiar with, because I didn't mention I also got a degree in like film and stuff like that, and I saw one in there. It was like they had a contract to go over to Morocco over in Casablanca, and they needed like a bunch of YouTube videos and like shorts, and they like wanted interviews for us to like film the culture and things that was going on over there while they were building the consulate over there. And the people that I know, they weren't like available. Like one of my buddies, he worked for ESPN. He'd be filming like the college football games and stuff like that. Then I got another one of my brothers down here. His name is Quentin Bitten. He does his own like freelance thing, and he was real successful with what he does. It was just like when I was ready to like attack it, nobody was available. Their schedule was like fully booked, so I wasn't able to put the team together to attack like I wanted to.
Well, I would say number one, keep applying. Number two, there are different sites that you can have your business listed. So when bigger companies get the contracts, and I don't know. Veterans fall under DEI, right?
I guess you could say that, but to be honest, I can't even tell you.
I think it does. See, now that Trump changed there used to be sites where you could list your business. So when these big companies got the government contracts in there would be requirements for you have to have a percentage done by a small biz, a minority biz, a veteran-owned business, so they can go find you. But now with this DEI being gone, I don't know if those requirements are still in there. I would just say always be looking on the sites and applying. Just every single day, be trying to put a bid in.
Okay. Okay. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank
How you doing, Miss Ellen?
Hey,
Hey y'all. Okay, so real quick, as far as LLCs, Joy, I know you said, we should go ahead and get LLCs and put everything in different LLCs, but is there a limit to how many you can have? And like, does it ever look bad to have so many? Like, could you be taxed more or penalized for having so many? I don't know.
No, Donald Trump has 250 LLCs. Not that
Oh,
he's the standard, but no, there is no limit to how many you can have. It doesn't look bad. The sky is the limit.
okay. All right. So that was pretty much all I was really inquiring about.
Okay.
Thank you.
Miss Joy.
hey,
How you doing?
she don't know she on.
Hi,
Miss
Miss Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go to like the basketball game when they had a camera on people and they're like,
I was drinking Focus on my tea. My question is, I have a LLC. I have a hot sauce business, and I kind of put it on hold because I had broken my foot, and now I want to get back into it. I had hold on one second. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. And I had to put it on hold, and then when I registered the business, because I broke my foot, I wasn't working. I was doing it solo, and I wasn't working, so I registered the business to my home. And yesterday, after what you said, and I've been trying to get a grant, I haven't really been hard trying to push for that because my paperwork, I have the bank account because I used to own a salon for 25 years in Massachusetts. Now I'm in Florida. I'm not doing hair anymore. I'm working for a company. I'm by myself. I lost my husband. That's why I made a big transition and I moved here to Florida because I wanted a change. But since I've been in Florida, I lost everything. I'm starting from scratch. And this morning I went and got my address changed to what you call it again?
Virtual address?
Yes, I got a virtual address. And whenever people are looking for me, because I was on Google, I have a website, but it's dormant. Basically, nothing is working. Whenever you Google it, sometimes you can find me, sometimes you cannot. And now I'm trying to apply for grants. My credit got messed up. Now I'm working with someone trying to get it taken care of, my credit. So basically everything is at a standstill because of finance.
Grants don't check your credits. You can still apply for grants.
No, because of basically the business is not really, I'm not really producing anything. So, and I didn't want to try to get my website live again because people really love the product, and I'm not in a place to actually mass produce. I still make it, but very small batch.
What do you make?
I make sauces. It's not a typical hot sauce, but it's a hot sauce and a seasoned marinade and dry spices because I'm trying to the healthy eating. That's what I
So-
want to get into.
What if we do this? What if you make the sauce for yourself? You can show how great it is, and then you sell, since we're trying to generate income, we sell a recipe book that has the hot sauce and it may be 5 other things in it. So now we're selling a digital product to generate some income.
Okay.
So people can now make their own healthy version hot sauce that may have any kind of health concern. So now that's not going to cost you any money for real. And then
Yeah, I kept thinking about it, but I'm just I keep procrastinating and.
Well, Georgia, girl, you on the Wealthy Experience Challenge. You are investing 5 days in yourself. We are no longer buying those excuses. So tonight we are going to map out a recipe book and put a plan in place, right?
Yes.
Yes or yes?
Yes, yes, yes.
There you go, George. I love to hear that. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Give Georgia some fire emoji. She gonna launch her digital book. So y'all, if y'all want a hot sauce recipe, comment me in the comments.
Me.
Thank you.
Look at your customers, Miss Georgia. Look at your customers. You see them in the chat?
Yes, yes.
Okay, stop playing, girl.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I want everybody to put yes in the chat. I'm gonna just say this because I'm just listening in. And Boone and Joy, I'm pretty sure y'all feel the same way. As I'm hearing a lot of you speak, you have a lot of great things going on. And just really just having that accountability and having the people like to speak life into you. Like I'm hearing it. Y'all doing a lot of great things, but we kind of question ourselves, or we feel like we don't really don't believe in ourselves, right? We just kind of like have all these limiting beliefs, but that's what this environment is about. That's what this mentorship is about. Because a lot of us, there we go, imposter syndrome. Like we all done suffered from it, but we want to break those chains because y'all doing some great things. Just really now you owning up to it, believing it, and then having that consistency behind it. So, but thank you for adding that, Joy, for sure. Because Miss Georgia, let's get rolling. You know what to do. All right. All right, perfect. It is 9:04. So we are 4 minutes behind. And look, Boone don't like to be on behind. He like to be on time, right? So I got the pleasure to be able to introduce my brother Boone. I'm super excited about this, y'all. But look, I'm gonna do something really, really quick, man. Really, really quick. Because I like to make everything just big, right? So I just dropped these bricks in the chat, and I need everybody to go and put this brick emoji in the chat. I need y'all to flood it up, right? And the reason why, I want y'all to put that brick emoji in the chat because when you think about real estate, I want you to think about Boone. And he's not somebody that just popped up 2 years ago, 3 years ago, talking about real estate. I have personally literally went to Philadelphia and he showed me 6, 7 houses, 8 houses. I remember going to Philadelphia. I said, yo, bro, I'm about to get a hotel. He said, hotel for what? Threw me the keys. So go to one of my properties. I'm thinking it's gonna be some little ran down house. No, we got a rooftop. We got a pool table in the basement. Like this is the level of investing. We're talking about event spaces, Airbnb. We're talking about podcast setup, everything you could think of when it comes to real estate, y'all. So I need everybody. Look, I need you to make so much noise, and I'm talking about noise where the neighbor's gonna be like, what the hell is happening over there? I'm talking about they might have to bang the ceiling with the broom. I'm talking about the Zoom gonna probably freeze, the Wi-Fi is gonna shake. I need y'all to give that type of energy because you've seen what he's been able to post inside of the Telegram all day, right? And I'm super excited. I'm gonna be taking notes because literally he's gonna show you how to go out there and build wealth through real estate creatively, y'all. So I'm blessed. I'm excited. Somebody that has not only helped me, but helped thousands of other people get started in real estate and start building wealth and making multiple streams of income. Tonight is the night. So I want y'all to unmute. And if y'all ready for me to unmute it, because if y'all not ready, then I'm not gonna do it. Like, cause it's Boom. He up 4 a.m. He in the bed by 9. So he's up.
Man.
Yeah, he's up for y'all. So they said they ready. So let's get it. Unmute. I need y'all to make some noise for the big.
I love you, Boone.
Let's go.
Let's
go, Boone.
Let's go, Boone. Let's go.
Boom, boom.
See, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting a different result. Just imagine working every single year, making $50,000 a year, but then next year you just automatically expect to make $200,000. In order to become successful, in order to become a millionaire, in order to become a multi-millionaire, you have to be addicted. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. You have to be addicted. You have to be willing to put in not just a hour, but hours. You have to be willing to say, look, listen, I'm more addicted to making this work than I am to hanging out.
I tapped in with Boone. We accumulated 120,000.
The most important part about this whole thing is I didn't have an experience and I didn't use any of my money. I just had literally a network.
To get access to $60,000 in funding from American Express, Chase, and Bank of America.
I appreciate everything you've done. You know what I'm saying? You changed my life, my family's life.
I'm a boss, I'm a prophet, I'm a G, I'm a CEO, which means that I profit off of me. Yeah. All white tees still rocking my neck ass. Fresh out of flight school, cause I'm fly right here. Yeah. Ain't nothing free, I'm charging to breathe air. If it's not on Maybach, really, who the hell cares? My money long, my money strong. If you ain't getting money, that mean you done something wrong.
All right, what's up? Look, man, I enjoy y'all questions. I enjoy giving y'all answers, but I'm ready to go ahead and get right into it and give you guys the game real quick. I know y'all unmuted yourself, but I need to hear it one more time. Y'all ready for the night? 1, 2, 3.
Get ready!
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
First and foremost, I want to apologize. My sinuses are like killing me. I took some medicine right before we got here, so I feel like I sound a little different, but hopefully just bear with me. You guys can understand everything I'm saying. But before we get deep into the things, I like to go ahead and introduce myself. I know you guys know a little bit about me already, but I just feel like I'm doing you a disservice by just coming up here and just talking as if I'm already Barack Obama. I'm already this, this person that every single person knows. I was always taught walk into every single room as if nobody knows you, but then knock the socks off them. So without further ado, my name is Derek Boone. I'm a real estate investor in Philadelphia. I've been in real estate since 2016, but 2017 is when I took that full initiative that really give this thing 100,000%. Everybody put 1,000% in the chat. And this is the things that you have to go ahead and do before you do anything. You have to make it up in your mind. I'm giving this thing 1,000%, not 999, not 900. I'm talking about 1,000%. So when I made a decision in my mind, I said, look, I'm gonna go full blown in real estate. I'm gonna make this thing work. Everybody put work in the chat. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. One of my mentors told me that there is no plan B because a plan B is just a plan A. We going to make this work. And for you guys that don't know, before I got started in real estate, I used to work at a retirement home. I just was mentioning earlier on the call, I was making $10 an hour at this retirement home, working 7 to 3, then working 4 to 10. Then it was a time period where I was doing an overnight shift. I basically was living at this job, but I made up in my decision that I'm not going to continue this. While I was working at retirement, I went to college. I went to college at Penn State Abington. I literally had a 0.8 GPA. So that means I would go to the first class, I would leave. Go to the first class, I was getting straight D's, F's. And the only reason I'm telling you guys this is because there's somebody in here that's going through something or has went through something and they feel like that's their life. Put me in the chat. And I don't know about, everybody on here, but I'm big on transparency. I'm big on being vulnerable. I'm big on just letting people know. One of my mentors told me this: you can't expect a doctor to cure you if you don't let them know what your symptoms are. So I'm fine with letting you guys know what's going on. One of my therapists told me this. He said every conversation doesn't have to be a confrontation. I mean, we could talk about things. You can let me know what's going on. You can vent to me without it turning into something big. So I feel like this is a safe space where I can just communicate with you guys and let you guys know what I have been through, because somebody in here is going to start the night strictly off of the things that I tell you guys that happened in my life. Put agree in the chat if you guys agree with me. So these are the things I want to share with you guys. And the reason why I love real estate and the reason why I pursue real estate is because something I could put everybody on. I don't have a college degree. I don't have a corporate background. I worked at retirement home. Before I worked at retirement home, I worked at McDonald's. Before I worked at McDonald's, I was a camp counselor. That's the only 3 jobs I ever had in my life. Matter of fact, I worked at UPS for a week. That was for sure not for me. The reason why the reason wasn't for me? I'm gonna be honest with you, just to piggyback on what Ramel said, it was an overnight shift. I almost crashed driving home one night. I didn't make it past 4 days. I said, this ain't for me. I can't hang at night. I cannot hang at night at all. So this is one of the things I love about real estate is because I can put anybody on. Anybody in here wants to get started in real estate, wants to buy houses, flip houses, rent out houses. I can put you on because it does not require a degree. It doesn't require a high school diploma. It doesn't require $1 million. It doesn't require any of these 800 credit score. It doesn't require any of these things that people think they need in order to get started. So if you guys are ready to go ahead and do this, I need everybody to put ready in the chat. And when I say this, and Joey called me a bully, but I just don't like any BS. I don't like to play around. I don't really have too much pity or pretty much mercy for anybody because I feel like if you want something, you want to do it. Somebody like me was able to go ahead and build a multi-million-dollar portfolio, make millions of dollars, do so many different things. There's no reason why you can't do it. Everybody understand that? So when somebody come to me, well, this is, I'm like, look, listen, did you do this? Did you try this? Did you make this happen? Did you explore this option? Did you do these different types of things? Everybody understand that? So I wanted to go ahead and get started on these things, but as you guys noticed earlier in the week, I said we need to have a word of the week. Put remember in the chat if you guys remember that. Put your word in the chat if you put your word for the week or you set your word for the week. Remember, progress, execute, implementation, absorb, execute, intentional, focus, execution. All right, perfect. So tonight, I want to have a word for the night, and the word for the night that we're going to be going off of is prerequisite. So some people might have heard this, some people probably haven't heard this since they've been in school, but this is one of those words that it does not just apply to school, it applies to every single position in your life from when you were born all the way up to when you die. The word prerequisite. So I just want to share for somebody that's like, man, what is exactly going with this? I want to share something to you guys really quickly. 1 second. Here we go. So the exact definition of prerequisite is a thing that is required as a prior condition for something else to happen or exist. I'm going to say this again, a thing that is required as a prior condition for something else to happen or to exist. That means there is a step that you have to take in order to get to the step that you want to go and make. Everybody understand that? Put understanding in the chat if you guys understand me. And also, too, I see a lot of people that cameras are off. If you guys can't do the small things, you guys can't do the big things. I need everybody to turn their cameras on. I want to see every single person's face. You guys already know me. I will call somebody in a heartbeat. Bingo. I see eyes be locked in. So there are steps that you have to take in order to get to the step in the place that you want to actually make your destination. So you have to understand, right? There's always steps before success. And that you have to enjoy the process and go through the process as a part of the journey. Everybody understand that? So for you guys that's in here that's like, yo, I'm trying to go ahead and hurry up and get to this level, but there are steps you have to take before you get there. And you have to enjoy them, you have to understand them, and you have to be willing to do that. So before you get to the blessing, you have to understand it's a building process you have to get. Everybody understand that? Before you want to go ahead and take Success 401, you have to go ahead and take Discipline 101. Anybody remember back in school, we had English 101, English 102, English 103. You had all these different types of things. That's the same thing in life. Before you want to have Freedom 301, you want to make sure you pass Responsibility 201. You have to make sure you pass these classes in life in order to get to the level that you actually want to get into. And one of the biggest things that I want you to go and make sure you guys write this down. Everybody write this down. Not in the chat. I'm talking about write this down in your notebook. If you don't have a notebook, put it on your hand, put it on a sheet of paper, right on your desk. I don't care how you write this down, but I want you to write down mindset, learn, and earn. I believe in this more than anything. Mindset, learn, then earn. And if we kind of break this down in reverse, before you earn, the prerequisite of earning is learning. So before you can actually make some money doing some type of thing, correct me, am I right or am I right? You have to learn that thing first before you can start making money off of it. Put right in the chat if I'm right. Put wrong if I'm wrong. Before you start making money off of something, you have to go ahead and learn the information first. Learn how to run that play. Learn how to do that, put that thing together. Learn how to go ahead and execute on it. But before you actually learn, the prerequisite to learning is your mindset has to be there. And when I say about mindset, I use words like decision. Like my mental is I'm going to decide that this is going to be my path. This is going to be my journey. This is what I choose to go ahead and do. So once you make that decision that this is the path I want to take, that I no longer want to be broke now, I no longer want to be unfulfilled now, I no longer want to be doing the things that I'm doing right now, the next step then is I'm going to learn the information. And after you learn the information, you remove that L, and that's when you start earning. Put follow in the chat, you guys are following me. So if you notice everything that you have in life, there's some type of prerequisite in order to, before you have to pass in order to get to the next thing. The problem with a lot of people, they're trying to go ahead and get to the championship without going ahead and going through the playoffs. They're trying to go ahead and accomplish all these things and have this $1 million bank account before they even open up the account. They're trying to get approved for $800,000 in funding before they even go ahead and make sure their credit is situated. There are steps that you have to take in order to go ahead and get to the things you want. Everybody understand that? Exactly. And then before the playoffs is regular season. And I'm a person, by default, I do not skip any steps. I'm going to go through every single step that I have to go through, because that's going to make the finish line, the actual championship, worth way more. I'm a person, I don't believe in skipping steps. I may try to speed the steps up, but I'm not skipping any steps. I want to go through everything that I'm supposed to go through. And that's how a lot of people lose these things. Put I know in the chat, if you know somebody that actually went ahead, had some type of success, had some type of win, and they lost it because they went in and tried to use a shortcut. They tried to backdoor things and they lost everything. To this day, I don't lose anything because I go through the process and I understand it and I appreciate it a whole lot more. All right, perfect. So how many people was in the Telegram chat earlier and they remember and they saw me doing the tour? So for those that didn't notice it or didn't peep it for whatever reason, right, we went ahead and real quick, somebody shout out some of the numbers that I shout out on the chat. Before I go ahead and explain what happened, I want to see anybody here remember what's some of the numbers that I shout out in the chat. And let me know, was this inspiring for you guys? 165,000, yep, 160,000, 160, 700,000, 350. 170, 160,000. Also, for those that were not on here, what we did earlier today, I was down in one of the neighborhoods that I own a lot of properties in, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna show y'all, I'm gonna take y'all a little tour of my life. I'm gonna take y'all a tour of what's going on. And what I did, I drove around one specific neighborhood, and how many houses did we drive past in that neighborhood? I don't even remember. Somebody in the chat, how many houses do you think we drove past? 8, 7. Some of those houses were on the same block. Literally, I had 3-4 houses on the same block. I had a house around the corner, 2 houses around the corner, house over here. And majority of them, we're not able to even go inside because the tenants were in those. And the reason why I wanted to show you that was not to brag, was not to flex, but to also inspire you and show you that this stuff is 100% possible. Because it took for somebody to show me. I remember this one guy, right? This guy, I was telling this story to one of my friends earlier today. You know, this guy lived next door to me. And I thought he just worked a regular 9 to 5. I thought he would just, anybody ever heard of Next Door Millionaire? This was him. I'm thinking he's just a regular guy, just work a regular 9 to 5, X, Y, and Z. And then I knew him for a while. And then one day he said, look, you'll take a walk with me real quick. So I'm like, all right, take a walk from me. And he's talking to the neighbors on the block. I'm thinking he's talking to the neighbors on the block the same way I would talk to them, as if they're just my neighbors. Come to find out, half the block was his tenants. They were talking to not their neighbor, they were talking to their landlord. So that was one of the eye openers I had in my life where I said, you know what, that exactly is the life that I want to live. I want to be able to walk down, well, me personally, I don't want anybody to know that I own these things, but the fact that he's going down the block talking to people that pay him every single month. Exactly. That pay him every single month. So for what I wanted to do, I wanted to be what he was for me to you guys today by showing you properties, by showing you someone that does not have a college degree, by showing you somebody that doesn't have a corporate background, by showing you somebody that doesn't have all the things that you think you need to get started, but still was able to go ahead and make it happen. And I promise you with everything in my soul, everything in my heart, that this stuff can work, but I need you guys to go ahead and do the prerequisites first. You can't just go ahead and jump to, like I said, success 102 without taking discipline 101 first. You have to go through the steps first in order to get to the thing. So today what I want to do is I want to share with you guys a lot of we're going in real estate. And what I've been doing, I've been thinking about this all week, right? I've been sitting there thinking, I've been listening to the question, I've been listening to things that you guys have been talking about. And what I realized and what I noticed about this group in particular is that a lot of you guys are really ready. Put I know in the chat if you know for a fact, like I'm ready. I have the resources. I have the things that I have. I have the tools that I have. I just don't know how to use my tools. Gentleman earlier today said he has a duplex or has a property. You know, he retired 2 years ago. He's just trying to figure out how to scale. He's really trying to figure out how to maneuver this thing. The other gentleman the other day, he said he had like 4 houses, but he's trying to figure out how to get to that next level. Another person said they had a business, they don't know what to do with it. Another person said they had a property, had $1 million of equity. They don't. A lot of you guys have access to the resources. You just don't know what to do with them. And that is typically every single person on this planet, believe it or not. You have everything that you need in your pocket. You ever heard of this saying where I'm gonna play my hand? When in cards, I'm gonna play my hand. With the cards that I have, I'm gonna play those. A lot of you guys have a great hand, but you just don't know what to do with them. And the stubbornness, not you guys, because you guys invested yourself, you guys are on this call right now, but majority of people are so stubborn, they're not gonna allow an expert to show them how to use their own hand. Put agree in the chat if you guys agree with me. I'm talking about you have all the tools, all the resources, all the information in your hand right now, but somebody, and I hope it's not none of you guys in here, are too stubborn or too cheap, are too stuck in your own ways to say, hey, look, Boone, hey, look, Joy, hey, look, Ramel, I'm willing to turn around and show you my hand so you can help me play this how I'm supposed to play it. You ever see somebody like this? They keep everything close to the vest. I'm not showing you nothing. I'm not telling you nothing. I'm not sharing nothing what's going on. Hey, bro, I got this play. What's your credit score? Why? I'm trying to give you a bank that can get you funded. Why are you don't want to tell me your score? I'm trying to help you out. But too many people are like that. Remember, I told you guys, one of my mentors told me that a doctor can't cure you if you don't let them know what your symptoms are. So before we go get started in the next 30 seconds, I need every single person here to promise me right now and put promise in the chat that you are going to allow us to be able to help you. You're going to allow us to be able to go ahead and give you the information. You're going to allow us to be able to pour into you. You're going to allow us to go ahead and take your hand and take you to exactly where you need to be because it's already destined for you. The lane is already there. It's just that you're not getting on the road. You're still sitting in the house instead of allowing someone to Uber you, drive you, black truck you, as me and Joy always say, premium, get you to the place that you need to be. But I need you to promise that you're going to let us take you there, all right? Perfect. And I want to do this one time and then we're going to get started. Everybody say promise.
Promise.
We're going to get this started, right? So for me specifically, I believe that everyone has fed up moments, right? And everybody put fed up in the chat if you've been there or going through that right now. Everyone has fed up moments. But fed up moment just means that your back is against the wall. Like you're literally up here like, yo, I feel like I'm just back up against it. I can't go any back further. Like my back is fully against the wall. But instead of people using that wall to slide in a wall and cry, people like me and people like you, we use this as leverage to push up off of it to get to exactly where we want to go. So for me, I had a lot of back against the wall moments, but the skill set that I have is learning how to use the leverage of that wall to get to where I want to go. So it's been times where I didn't have any money. I used my back against the wall. I started getting access to credit cards. I started getting access to funding. I had times when my credit was hitting, my back was against the wall. I got access to lenders that didn't even utilize credit, which I'm going to explain to you guys tonight. And I used that to get my back up against the wall. I had situations where, so many different stories, but every single time I made up in my mind that this is going to close. I need everybody to put that in chat. This is going to close. This deal is going to close. This opportunity is going to close. This relationship is going to close. I'm going to close this deal regardless. It has never been a house that was 1,000% out of my control where the seller just did not sell it no more. It never not happened because on my side, because I did. It's when something happens, I'm like, oh, so what's the next plan? What we going, like, how are we going to close this? It's going to happen or it's going to happen. So what I want to share with you guys tonight is different strategies and different things that I utilize that I came up with. This is not no textbook things. I want to be super clear. I want to give you guys a full disclosure that the things that I'm going to be sharing with you guys tonight is not things that you can find in the textbook. It's not things you're going to be able to Google. It's not things you're going to be able to YouTube unless you YouTube and me. Everybody got that? All right, so I want to do a little deal. I'm going to do a little case study real quick, and then we're going to break down a lot. But right now, the first thing I want to do a little case study with you guys. So I'm actually about to close on a property on Monday. This property I'm going to be closing on Monday, I'm going to be flipping a property. So I'm going to be buying it, I'm going to be fixing it and flipping. For you guys that were in the Telegram chat earlier today, I actually showed you it was the hoarder house. Had all the trash, all the stuff all around it, right? So this is the property I'm going to be buying it, I'm going to be fixing up, and I'm going to be flipping it, right? So first thing first, when we analyzing the deal, and this is very important, we're gonna be going over a lot of numbers, we're gonna be going over a lot of math. So I need you guys to follow me. I'm gonna go around the room real quick. Raise your hand if you guys locked in. All right. So let's go ahead and break down some math, right? I'm going to be sharing down the numbers behind the deal, how I got access to the deal, how you guys can find deals, and how you guys can close in the deals. All right. We're going to do it in that order. So the first things first is I'm buying this house for $80,000. $80,000, right? Boom. Buying this house for $80,000. I have a max budget to put into this house, $140,000. So real quick, somebody in the chat, what's that math? What's that math? Somebody in the chat, what's that math? $220,000 is what I have. That what I'm gonna be all in on this deal. But this house is going to sell for $330,000 to $340,000 for a fact. So everybody put great in the chat. That's great. That's $100,000+ margin right here. Not to mention what you want to get into. I'm not even going to need the whole $140,000. So it's really more than that. But this is my max budget. And I'm explaining why you want to make sure you have a max budget available. All right. So now what we want to go ahead and do is understand, how do we come up with this math? How do we come up with how we're going to offer the homeowner? How we come up to where we don't have to put minimum money or no money at all out of pocket? So the first thing that happens, this is step one. This is step one. When someone say, hey, I want to sell, the first thing you need to do is find ARV. Real quick, somebody in the chat, what does ARV stand for? We talked about this a lot of times on the masterclass. What does ARV stand for? Thank you, Andy. Thank you, my guy, Andy. ARV, after repair value. After the house is repaired, what is it fixed up? I want you guys to understand that the second somebody says they want to sell their house, the first thing you need to do is figure out, what is this thing actually worth? A lot of people do it the reverse. Somebody want to sell a house. Well, I just want to give them whatever comes to my mind. That is not, anybody gamble, anybody go to casino, you don't go ahead and I just want to play anything. You have to be strategic in what you're doing. Same thing in real estate. You don't want to just throw a number out. Let me actually figure out what's going on, what actually makes sense, because what they're actually asking for may be too cheap and I need to get it for that price. And sometimes they're asking for something too high. But if we don't go ahead and reverse engineer and go about our steps, we would never actually know. So step one is we need to figure out the after repair value. What is this house worth? So I want to share something with you guys, right? And how we do this to make this simple, and this is free. We go to a website called Realtor.com. Realtor.com. So what I do on Realtor.com, this is the house right here. I go ahead and search the property that I'm looking for, right? I search the property in the search box. And when the house comes up, you see it says off market because nobody knows about it. This is a house that I got directly from the seller. So I didn't have to go through a realtor. I didn't have to go through any of those things. And I'm going to share that with you guys. The next thing you do is you scroll all the way to the bottom. You scroll all the way to the bottom right here. And you see where it says sold. Now it's telling you all the houses that recently sold. When we're looking for comparables, this is called a comparable. When we're looking for comparables to see what other houses are selling for, we have to look at what's sold, not what they're listed for, because anybody can put anything up for the market, but until it actually sells, it does not mean anything. Raise your hand if you guys understand that. Until it actually sells, it does not mean anything. So we see that we have houses selling for $330,000, $334,000, $340,000. So real quick, you guys understand where I got that 340, 330 number from, right? Shavar, this is for you. You understand where we got that number for, right? So did I pull this out of my butt? Did I just make this number up? This is an actual factual number. But I'm gonna go ahead and what was I said a P word a bunch of times on the Telegram chat earlier today. What was that P word that I said? Let me see if anybody remember. What was that P word that I said? I said it a bunch of times. Exactly. Tanisha, thank you. I said proximity. Proximity is being in the area. Right now, you guys are in a proximity of greatness, so that way you're going to be able to feed off of it. I'm going to show you what proximity looks like in real estate. So, another way I know this house is going to be worth $300,000. Well, because I flipped this property right here for $370,000 3 minutes away. 3 minutes away. I'm talking about walking distance. So when you are big in proximity, when you are around success, when you're around wins, they just going to keep happening. So I'm putting myself in this neighborhood, in this area. So now I know what the numbers are hitting for. I know it's success in this area. I know the maths in this area. I know the deals sell fast in this area. I'm going to stay in this area. The same thing for you guys. If you guys know, put in the chat, if you guys feel like you're winning just by being in this area, by being in this proximity right now. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So now I know that it's going to sell for $300 and something thousand because I'm looking at the math, but then also because I have an actual comp, I have an actual sell that I personally did, as you guys can see. So now let's get back to this. Now we got step 1 done. We found the ARV, all right? So the next thing is step 2 is we want to do our math. And you guys heard me say this a million times, is we want to go ahead and follow our formula. Our formula is the 65% rule. So what that means is we take ARV times by 65% equals all in. So what is the ARV on this? What did I say the ARV was on this? You could do 70. I like 65 is how you really be able to do this stuff, no money down. 70 is average. Let's put it like that. Are you average? Is anybody in here average? Or are you guys premium? We are not average, so we're not doing 70. So now we're going to take $330,000. We times it by 65%. And then somebody tell me that math real fast. Somebody tell me that math. Somebody tell me that math. It's 214. That's a correct math. Before I write this down, that's a correct math. Bingo. 214.5. Thank you. Thank you. So it's $214,500. So that means we can buy it for one number and we can fix it up for one number. As long as the math together is going to equal that 214,000, it does not go a penny over. Everyone understand that? As long as the math we put together does not go a penny over that. So now the next step is step 3, and this is all reverse engineering. Step 3 is construction. Well, boom, how much do these houses cost to fix up? That's the biggest problem that people have. What is the cost of it's going to, how much is it going to cost to get this house fixed up? So anybody put follow in the chat. You guys follow me, how we working backwards. We starting from the end in mind, how much is going to be worth, and then we going back our prerequisites. So we know the end goal is for us to win and do $100,000 flip, or what's the prerequisites that we have to go through before that in order to get to that end goal of that $100,000 flip. Everybody follow me? So now if we need to figure out the construction. So I'm gonna give you guys a couple hacks. One of the ways we can do construction is by the cost per square method, or we can go ahead and just go to contractor method. So the cost per square foot method is when we go ahead and take the square footage of the building and we multiply by a digit. And then the contractor is the obvious thing where we're actually just calling a contractor, have him walk through the house, him or her walk through the house, and they're just going to give us a digit. So for this specifically in Philadelphia, and what you want to do, and this is a big hack, you want to talk to, and I really want to explain, like I'm giving you guys some game right now. This is mentorship level game. I'm talking about high level information. I really shouldn't even be sharing this with you guys right now. This is high level. I'm talking about 3-month mentorship type of information. I think my guy Andy is in here. Andy, let him know right now. Andy is one of my mentees. Let him know this is some stuff we literally talk about on our mentorship, like high level stuff in here. So I'm giving you guys this game, but I promise me, like, just please don't be sharing this out. I'm giving you guys serious information that I personally utilize and I share with mentees only. All right. So now we do the cost per square method. So one of the biggest things that you want to go ahead and do is ask other contractors in your area. Excuse me, ask other contractors in your area or realtors, other real estate professionals, hey, what is the cost per square foot going for in this area, in this city, in this neighborhood? So the cost per square foot in Philadelphia is $80 to $90 a square. $80 to $90. 80 on like pretty is a really nice rehab. That means we fully gutting everything. Everything's getting ripped out. And $90 if we want to do it some, super nice. 100 if you want to make this thing look like Taj Mahal, but 80 is getting you a nice house, nice rehab. 90 is getting you something really nice. And then 100 is like this is premium ultra luxury. So the house, this square footage is 1,300 square foot. So the square footage of this house is 1,300 square feet. So somebody real quick, what is 1,300 times $80? What is 1,300 times $80? Thank you. You hear me coughing? I'm gonna take something again when I get off this. 104 grand. So then we know that this house is going to cost $104,000. We have the math now. We know for a fact it's going to cost $104,000 for us to fix up this house based on our price per square foot. And when you follow this formula, this price per square foot method, you're not going to have to worry about not being able to have enough money, because when you follow the number that fits best in your city, this is going to cover everything. If I got to put in new floors, new kitchens, new bathrooms, and everything, this is the number that I have if I want to do a full gut renovation. All right, so now we go on to the next thing. We go back. So we said our number was 214. So now we can go ahead and fill this in with 104, right? With $104,000. So somebody real quick, what's 214 minus 104? You ever went and had algebra? A equals, what is it? B minus A, I don't even remember. I ain't even want to say. I told you I had a point something. But this is an algebra formula we doing right here. We got 110. So in the math people, y'all tell me the formula here. So now if 214 minus 104,000, that means only number that we have left is y equals mx plus b. Exactly. Thank you. Now the only number that we have left is our purchase, which we already said that we can pay up to $110,500 in order to go ahead for this deal to go ahead and make sense. But the one thing that you guys have to make sense, this is called a MAO. Max allowable offer. That means the max we are allowed to offer is $110,500 based on our formula. Everybody put max in the chat. That is the max we can offer. We cannot go a penny over, otherwise the whole formula is messed up and it's not going to work. But this is how this works. Just because this is the max we can offer, but does that mean that's where we start our offer at? Exactly. So now when you're going to talk to sellers, when you're talking to realtors, when you're talking to individuals that are selling property, you have your max in your head, but you don't start at your max. You start here, and now you know this, I can negotiate up to this point. So y'all know me. Where y'all think I started out at? Y'all know me. A closed mouth don't get fed. A closed mouth do not get fed. Exactly. I started out at 70. I told them, hey, look, listen, I'll give you 70K for this. They said, no, we can't do 70K. I said, well, look, listen, and this is how you do it. I'm gonna give y'all I'm giving y'all a real game right here. This is how you do it. Anytime you're negotiating it, you make it sound like it's the worst thing in the world. Do all the sound effects, do all the stuff. Hey, look, listen, I'll give you 70,000. We can get this done in less than 30 days, 2-3 weeks. We can put this whole thing together. Hey, look, 70,000 is really like a little tight. We can't really do that. You think you come up? There's no way we can make 70 work. All right. So look, the problem is you had this wrong with the house, this wrong with the house, this wrong with the house. Look, if I come in, I do half the demo myself. Man, I don't mind getting my hands dirty. What if I come and do half the demo myself, I save a couple grand, and maybe I go ahead and paint some of the house myself. Maybe I do some of the things. If I'm able to come up additional 10,000, man, I really don't feel like doing this, but if I'm able to come up an additional $10,000, you think we can get this done for 80? What you think they said when I did that? What do you think they said when I did that? Bingo. They went ahead, and also another hack, never come out at the full flat number, a full whole number. I didn't come with 70. I came with 71. Make it sound like you actually putting some effort into this. I think I came in at 71,250. I came in some funny number like that. So now I just rounded it up to 80,000, but we already see that this is my max right here. My max is 110, but I got the house for 80. Somebody real quick in the chat, what is the difference between 110,000 and $80,000? What's the difference? $30,500. So here's the biggest thing, right? That $30,500 right here is called your equity. Now you have equity right out the gate in the deal. You have about $30,000 of gap between what the lender is willing to max give you and what you actually got it for. Equity is powerful. Everybody put equity in chat. Equity is powerful. So when people ask me how I'm able to buy these houses and do these deals with no money out of pocket, but they're trying to figure out, but you're not swiping a credit card, how is this making sense? How are you able to do that? And the only reason I learned this strategy is because my back was against the wall where I didn't have any credit. My credit took a hit. Thank God that my credit is in the 700 plus now, but it was not always like that. My score went from yo, when I tell you right now, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm gonna be transparent with you guys, I'm gonna be real with you guys, is I need you to make up in your mind that there's nothing that can stop me. I don't care about no credit. I don't care about no money. I don't care about this person. I don't care about this person. I don't care about your no. I don't care about your yes. I care about what I can go ahead and make happen. My credit score has been a 776, the highest that it was, and my credit score has been a 550, the lowest it's ever been. I walk in every room the same way. You would never know my credit is up high or my credit is down low because I'm getting the deal done regardless. And I'm talking my credit went up and down within the last few years. I'm not talking about back in 2016. I'm talking about within the 2020 something. It's been high and it's been low, but I've been able to get deals done regardless because I learned strategies like this. When your back is up against the wall, I use it as leverage instead of using it as a wall to cry on. And I'm gonna make sure because we've been going for like 40 minutes. Y'all still with me? Y'all still following me?
Yes.
Sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Let's go here.
Sorry to cut y'all off like that. Let's get right to it. So now, right, we got this equity. So the thing about the equity is that I love is this is equity that you can go ahead and use as power to go and take it to the banks. So now when I call to the bank, you can't talk to me like I'm anybody. Everybody put big dog in the chat. I'm a big dog. You can't talk to me. I don't need you. I actually have a whole lot of room right here. I don't need you as like the other people need you. When they doing the 70, 75%, they need you. I don't need you. I literally don't. So now when I go to the banks and they try to hit me with these BS terms, well, why would I agree to that when I'm already up 30,000 before I even come to you? So this is how it's gonna work. This is what I need you to do. I need to to structure this deal to where you're going to remove my down payment, or what we're going to do is my down payment that might have been $20,000, $30,000. I need you to take the equity out of this deal, and I need you to use that to cover my down payment. Somebody put aha in the chat. If you never even heard that, that just went over your head. I need to go ahead and you take the equity that I have in this deal, and I need you to go ahead and use that as your down payment. Don't ask me for the down payment. Use this. The house pays for itself. I don't want you. I'm not swiping no credit card. I'm not going to my savings account. You take the money that's in the bricks already and you use that as your down payment. And that's how we're going to do that. You can't Google this stuff. This is stuff that nobody is doing, nobody is talking about, because people not even getting houses is cheap. And I'm going to show y'all how to do that. This is why, in order to go ahead and get to the success that you guys want, the prerequisite is mentorship. Put agree in the chat. How many people swear? I'm gonna ask y'all right now. How many people thought they could Google some of the stuff we talking about right now?
Yeah,
I
for
did.
sure.
No, I couldn't.
I paid
Yeah.
Right. I can go ahead and take this. And this is a little sidebar. Sometimes what I do is if I have enough equity, you know how, never mind, I'm not gonna give y'all that. That's too much. So look, listen, let's get back to the next thing. That's too much. I'm not even gonna give y'all that. That's way too much. So now, right, somebody said no. All right, so look, one of the things that we do, right, this is super, super, super secret. What I go ahead and do sometimes is when the banks, every month you have something called a mortgage payment. What I usually tell the banks to do, hey, I have like 30, 40, $50,000 in gap. I want you to take that equity in the house, pull that money out, and you pay the mortgage out that equity right here. So there's been times I bought a house and I didn't have a mortgage payment for a year and a half because they took the equity out the house and they paid the mortgage out of that. So I might not have had a mortgage payment for 12 months because the equity in the house covered the mortgage payment. So not only did I have no down payment, I didn't have any mortgage payment as well. But these are the things they're not talking about. These are the things they don't even know how to do. I promise you, your mentors and other people that you may be seeing, they're not doing this stuff. Hey, let's go get funded. Let's go get $1 million in fund. Let's just swipe. I don't need to figure out if I'm buying a good deal or not because I'm gonna just go ahead and get a credit card that's gonna pay for it anyway. I got 0%. Everybody put 0% in the chat. I got 0% credit. I got 0% Chase card. Chase gave me 100 grand, 0%. I don't have to worry about buying a good deal because the credit card is buying it. Yeah. And see what happens when that 0% is up. Jumps up to 20, 30%. Now you in the jam. Trying to show you ways how to make sure you're not in the jam. So now we have the equity so we can cover our own down payment, right? We have the equity to cover our own down payment. So the step 3 is we got access to our construction. We got access to it. We found out our construction. We found out right here. Step 4, we found out we made our offer, which was $80,000. And then now step 5, which we talked about, is we go to the bank and we make the demands. We make, hey, this is what I have. This is what we can work with. Is this something that you guys can do? If not, no worries. I can go to the next bank. Everybody understand it? Hey, this is the deal that I have. This is what we have going on. Is this something that you guys can go ahead and do? If not, I can go to the next bank. It's perfectly fine. Instead of us begging for them to lend us money, we're telling them to lend us money. Everybody got that? Got it. Perfect. So what I want to share with you guys really quickly is, because I know I don't have a whole bunch of time, I want to share with you guys something really quickly. So this is how we're able to go ahead and analyze the deals and put this deal together. And real quick, put it in the chat if now this was just an eye opener for you, just a brain blast for you, like, wow, this is how I'm able should be running my deals. I think his name was I mess up names all the time. Shavar, did this help you out? I know you asked for something like how I'm gonna analyze these deals, how I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I can go ahead and scale. This is how you can actually go ahead and scale. Perfect. So now I want to show you guys something else because a lot of people trying to figure out like, okay, I understand how to analyze the deals. I understand how to put the things together, but how actually do I even find these type of situations? How do I actually find these type of deals? So we use a couple different things. So matter of fact, before I show you guys this website, this is what you guys need to do. You need to be targeting homeowners in multiple different ways. You ever heard of when they say 7 streams of income? Well, you need 7 streams of different types of leads. I paid $20,000 for wholesale mentorship and never heard of no stuff like this. And I'm gonna give you another hack. I promise you, they never told you. I gotta save this for some mentorship stuff. When we wholesale the house to ourselves, so we on closing day, we come up $20,000, $30,000 cash. I'll wholesale the property myself, but that's a whole nother. I gotta say that for another day. I'm leaving that for the mentees. I'm saving that one. That's a whole nother play. You might walk away on closing table 40 grand and buy a house and make $40,000. So now, in reference to finding houses, a couple different ways. I'm gonna just give you guys a couple. So the first thing is you want to talk to friends and family. Second thing is realtor. Third thing, is wholesaler. And I'm gonna just give you one more. Fourth thing is you. You use yourself. So, like I said, right? The first thing is friends and family. What you want to go ahead and do, right? And everybody write this down. Just yell out ready when you got your pen and paper ready.
Ready.
Do is I want you to write this down. I want you to text everybody on your phone tonight. I don't care how late it is. They'll see it in the morning. They'll see it when they take their 1 a.m. piss. Just text this tonight. Hey, cuz, hey, sis, hey, brother, hey, friend, hey, whoever. Just pick 10 people and just randomly do it. Hey, I'm in this program where my mentor is helping me buy a house within the next 30 days. Just put a 1 in the chat when you guys got that first part. Hey, cuz, or hey, whoever, I'm in this program where my mentors help me buy a house within the next 30 days. Period. I'm reaching out to you to see if you know of someone that may be interested in selling their house. Put a 2 in the chat when you guys got that part. I'm reaching out to you to see if you know someone that may be interested in selling their house. I got like 10 minutes and we gotta go. Next sentence. It does not matter the condition of the house. It can be okay or it can be in horrible shape. Period. Put a 3 in the chat when you guys got that part. And then 4, if the deal goes through, I have $1,000 for you. Period. So I'm gonna say this again. I'm saying it one time, and then after that, y'all gonna have to share with each other. Hey, cuz, hey, sister, hey, brother, hey, whoever it is, I'm in this program where my mentor is helping me buy a house within the next 30 days. I'm reaching out to you to see if you know somebody that may be interested in selling a house. It does not matter the condition of the house. It could be nice, it could be horrible. And if the deal goes through, I have $1,000 cash for you. There's a couple things that we hit in this same sentence or the same couple sentences is one, you're saying you're getting help. So they know you're not BSing around. You're saying, hey, I'm in this program, they helping me. The second thing is you give a timeline. Majority of you guys not getting any type of respect because you're saying one day I want to buy a house. It says, hey, I'm buying in the next 30 days. Put 30 in the chat. Majority of people say, hey, I want to buy a house one day. You're saying I'm buying it in 30 days. That's the second thing. The third thing behind it is you're saying it does not matter the condition. So it can be anything. You open up the doors. It's the flood is a wide casting net. The fourth thing is you're letting them know if this works out, I have a check for you. People love free money. I can just give you a phone number and you're gonna give me $1,000 if it work out. Oh yeah, I got a couple people that sell houses. That's one of the things you can do. There's multiple different things, but this is one of the things that you can do. And put done in the chat. If you guys are going to do this, copy and paste this message, send it to 10 people. I promise you right now, by the end of the week, if you send this to at least 30 people, I promise you by the end of the week, you'll get a deal. I promise you. Like guaranteed, I promise you. So that's one. Boom. The second thing is you need to go ahead and contact a realtor. Contact a realtor. You can type in realtor on Instagram. They all have realtor in their name, or put real estate on Instagram. And just reach out to some realtors in your area and just say, hey, look, listen, I'm an investor. I'm looking to close on something in the next 30 days. Always give a time frame. Let people know that you're serious. I have someone right now selling this properties. There you go. Bingo. Everybody say congrats. Everybody say congrats. There we go. So now you want to say, hey, look, listen, I'm looking to buy a house in 30 days that I can fix up and flip. Anytime you talk to a realtor, let them know that you want to give them business back. That's how they're going to really want to work with you. Anybody here that's a realtor? Put realtor in the chat, you're a realtor here. And put he's correct. You would love to get a business back. If you help me buy the house and I give it back to you for you to sell it for me, you're eating twice off the same move. Let me know if I'm lying. So now you guys will be able to eat twice off the same move. So when you contact this realtor and say, hey, can you put me on an auto email list with these criteria? This many bedrooms, this many bathrooms, this zip code, this area. So in that way, anytime a house comes up in that area, you'll automatically get the email. You don't have to do no work. They don't have to do no work. The email automatically comes to you. The list of houses automatically come to your email. Neither one of y'all have to do any work. It's called the system. This is the AI before the AI hit. So now you can have emails of houses come to your thing every day. And then the next thing is you want to have wholesalers. Wholesalers are pretty much the middleman. They go out and find houses super cheap. They add a little $5,000 or $10,000 on top, and then they go ahead and sell the deal. Put wholesaler in the chat if somebody here is a wholesaler. Y'all need to be connected. Put wholesaler in the chat if somebody here is a wholesaler. So now you need to connect with wholesalers. There's wholesalers in this group right now. Boom, there's realtors in the group right now. You have the resources. This is what I'm talking about. You have everything you need right now. You're just not learning how to play your hand correctly. So now, if you don't have a wholesaler in this group that you want to connect with, what you want to do is go to Facebook. You're already in Facebook. Go to Facebook and type in your city and type in real estate in the group section. Hey, Philadelphia real estate groups, Ohio real estate groups, Pensacola real estate groups, and they'll search these real estate groups, and inside these real estate groups are going to be wholesalers. Connect with those people inside of that city and ask them, can you get put on their buyers list? Put down in the chat, you guys got that. Ask them, can you put me on your buyers list? So now let's look at this. You got the friends and family sending you houses. You got the realtors sending you houses. You got the wholesalers sending you houses. So this is you. Yay. You got this sending you, this person sending you, this person sending you. At this point, your phone is jumping. For those in the chat right now that say, I ain't get a good morning text in a long time, well, you about to start getting them now. Dang, it's been a while since people been just texting me good morning. I'm out the game, I'm washed up. Well, now it's about to turn back up now. You're gonna have people text you deals all day long. My phone does not stop from people sending me deals every single day. I'm talking about before the day even starts, by freaking 10 a.m., I'm already getting 3-4 deals sent to my phone. Everybody got that? So now the last part is you, off your efforts. Yes, if you want to take this to the next level, you want to buy a house within the next 30 days, in the next 2 weeks, you're going to have to do a little something. You're going to have to work a little harder. Let me hear something. You guys don't mind working hard, right?
Nope.
No,
No.
not at all.
Not at all. Not at all.
Let's go.
Let's get to work.
No.
About 5 minutes. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not the after dark guy. I ain't that 11, 12 o'clock is not me. I've been here yawning. I don't want to do that to y'all. So look, I'm gonna show you guys this website really quickly. All right. So we go to this website right here. It's called PropStream. When we go to this website right here, that's called PropStream, this is how we're able to go ahead and find houses anywhere across the country by literally just typing. When I tell you, I'm gonna share this with you guys real quickly. When I got access to this website, it changed my entire game. When I tell you guys, I was able to go ahead and find and buy houses like nobody's business from the comfort of my home. From this system, it made no sense. Like, I'm talking about no sense. It took it to the next level. Like this website took it to the next level. So I'm gonna go back to the website, right? I'll go to this website. And now this is a search box right here at the top, right? So what can happen is we can type in the search box. Let me just go to the last thing I searched, 19119. I type in the zip code 19119, and then now, just like that, we got 10,029 properties that just came up. 10,029 properties just came up. Some of you guys were looking to find at least 10 houses in the next couple of days. Well, you just got 10,000 in the next 10 seconds. Somebody put aha in the chat. This is an aha moment for you. You was able to go ahead and get access to 10,000 houses in the next 10 seconds. So here's the thing is, right? Here's the thing. With these houses, all of them do not fit your criteria. Everyone has a criteria. Everyone has a type. Everyone has a buy box. Like, for example, you want to get into a relationship with somebody, you might have a type. It's just how it goes. So you need to understand what your type is and what your buy box is, so that way you do not waste any time. Imagine just dating a whole bunch of people, but none of them fit your criteria. You're just wasting time. So we don't want to waste any time. We want to be specific. In order to be prolific, you need to be specific. The prerequisite of being prolific is being specific. So we need to go ahead and be specific with what we want in order to get what we want. Everybody understand that? You guys knew that you wanted to go ahead and seek greatness, so the prerequisite for you guys to be on this class this week. All right, so now we go right here, and now what we do is we hit this button right here at the top that says filter. When we hit the filter button right here, now we can go ahead and start streamlining what we exactly looking for. So you can get real methodical with this, but to keep it simple, we can hit things like, hey, I'm gonna go to the failed listings. So failed listings are houses that were up for sale, but they were not able to sell for whatever reason. So now they are expired, they are failed, they are houses that were trying to sell, but they couldn't sell. So we got 75 of those. So I can go through these and I said, you know what? These are houses that were trying to sell, but they were not able to sell. So for whatever reason, so sometimes these houses don't sell because the price was too high. Sometimes they didn't sell for multiple different reasons. But what I do is I'll go ahead, it's only 75 of them. I'll call 5 or 10 a day, or let's say I'll call 10 a day for the next 7 days, and I'll just go ahead and make offers. And this is how we go ahead and do this, right? Hey, do you still own 123 Main Street? What do you think they're going to say? It's clear as day they still own it. But what do you think they're going to say? Hey, do you still own 123 Main Street? Yes. Oh, great. Awesome. Awesome. Perfect. Well, I was reaching out because I seen it was up for sale, but then I don't see it up for sale anymore. So I wanted to make sure, but I'm 1000% interested in this property and I would love to make you an offer if you're open to that. What do you think they're going to say? What do you think they're going to say? Exactly. Okay. Yes. What's your offer? Talk to me. So now the thing about this, what makes this good and why you can do this from home is because it was already listed. So all the information and pictures are already online. So now you can do the math that we talked about earlier in the class, but you can do this from home now. So now I can make my max offer or my lower than max offer right over the phone and I can streamline this. So imagine calling 7 people a day and making 7 offers a day. Yes or yes to you, then you can get a house by the end of the week. And this is all right here. The information, the phone number, everything is on the website. So now I'm making 5 to 7 offers every single day by calling each and every single person, asking do they still own a house, and just me shooting an offer. All the information is already listed on the site, which I'm gonna show you guys right here. Hold up. All the information is already listed right here. Boom. 244 East Springer Street. This is the LLC name that they own this. The MLS details. They were trying to sell this back in October 10th, about a month ago. All the details, the history of them trying to sell it, 180, 175, 200, expired, fell, the whole track history. They got the agent's name, Parvin Rastami. They got the agent's information right here, phone number. I have everything I need. I can just all I got to do is make a phone call. And when I make the phone call, I shoot the offer less than what they're listening for, because why would I give them the 151 that they were looking for? Because if they were putting it up for 151 and it was worth the 151, it probably would have been sold and I probably wouldn't be having no conversation with them. Everybody understand that? I wouldn't be talking to them if they had already sold it for that price. So clearly nobody wants it for that price. So that's insane for me to give them what they're asking for if nobody else is giving them it. So now I'm going to come in maybe 120, 125, 110. I'm going to come in at some number way less than 150, and then I can work my way up if I'm that interested. If they say no, cool, move on to the next house. It's 75 of them. Here's another thing. We can take this to the next level, right? Go back to filters. Instead of failed listings, I can say, look, I'm going to go at the senior homeowners. It's 3,732 people that are old, that are elderly that own a house. The house that I'm about to close on Monday is an elderly person. They're selling the house because the guy fell in the house. He was in the house for 3-4 days. Nobody knew he was on the floor until one of his friends came in the house to check on him because he didn't answer the phone in a couple of days. So they said, hey, look, listen, we're going to move him into his sister's house and we're going to sell the house. That's how I got access to this property. So I contact one of my strategies. I'm giving y'all some real mentorship level game. We're going to close this out because this is getting too ridiculous at this point. One of my strategies is I call elderly homeowners. Hey, you're interested in selling a house? A lot of them are willing to sell a house because, and if you got, and this might sound crazy, but if you are someone that is a little elderly and you have somebody in your family that you just don't fully trust, put I feel what you're talking about right in the chat. A lot of the older homeowners don't want to pass their houses down because they don't trust the kid. I'm not passing this house down so they can lose it. I'm not passing this house down so they can sell it. So I'm gonna just sell it and get my money and live the rest of my life how I want to live it, because I don't want to pass this down just for you to lose it. Now all my hard work goes in vain. So one of my strategies, I just call older homeowners all the time and I just see if they want to sell. Everybody understand that? So this is just getting crazy. This is getting crazy. Real quick, let me ask y'all enjoying this?
Yes.
Yes.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Again, right there.
Absolutely.
Before I gotta go, like I told you, I don't want to start yawning in the call. That'd be crazy. Let me give y'all one more thing, right? This is a bank right here that funds in multiple different cities all across the country. This is just one of them. This is not my main one, making it clear. My main one, I got to leave for the mentees. I can't get at y'all, but this is one that you guys can go to that fund all across the cities. The owner of the company name is Chris. I know him. It's called iFund City. So this is a bank that you guys can utilize that funds all across the country that has multiple different programs that you guys can utilize to go ahead and get funding for your deals. From houses that you want to flip, from houses you want to rent, from houses you want to build from the ground up. Everybody got that? And I want y'all to be able to screenshot this website before we gonna close this out. All right, perfect. Real quick, put in the chat, what was the word of the day? Because I'm about to close this up. I want to retrack a couple of things. What was the word of the day? Prerequisite. Thank you. It was prerequisite. Remember, you have to go ahead and accomplish your prerequisites before you get to your goal. Before I got my no money down degree, I went and passed my no money out of pocket 101, 102, 103. I had to pass these certain classes before I got to the point where now I don't even use money to go ahead and buy these houses anymore. There's certain things you have to take. Right now, you're taking a prerequisite from myself, taking a prerequisite from Ramel, you're taking a prerequisite from Joy. And these classes that we've been going over this week is going to help you get to that success that you 100% doing. But the biggest thing that I need you guys to do, and I need you guys to promise me, for the longest of time, right? You've been overcoming so many big things for somebody else. Put aim in the chat if you guys feel exactly where I'm coming from. You've been overcoming some of the biggest things, the toughest problems. I'm talking about things that you was up all night just brainstorming on for somebody else's success. Hey, my sister can't come up with a rent. Let me figure out how to come up with this so I can make sure they win. Yo, this happened for my brother. Let me figure this out so I can go help them. Like you coming up, you solving some Albert Einstein formulas just so somebody else can win. But yet you're not overcoming the smallest thing so you can win. You how crazy? Like I'm talking about you racking your brain trying to figure out how I can solve this. I tell people all the time, F it. Just that's their problem to figure out. Because you want to spend all this time and this energy just trying to figure out how to solve someone else's problem just for them to get back into it. But then when you have little small problems like you joining this class, you showing up on time, small little things, you can't overcome them because you spent the whole day. Like right now, look, listen, right? I think it was supposed to be 320 people on here. There's 302 people on here. I bet you it was 18 people that didn't show up because they spent the whole day racking their brain solving somebody else's problem where they just tired tonight. Everybody put insanity in the chat. That's insane. They spent all day solving someone else's problem that when it's time for them to finally show up for themselves, they can't do it because they are worn out. And this is the last thing. Unmute yourself. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You've been there before.
Absolutely doing it right now. Not doing it no more.
Thank you.
Stop.
Hey, shit.
I no more.
Right now.
More than you know.
Look, listen. I wanna, open something up to you guys. I wanna let me know. Is it okay to have a deeper, transparent conversation with you guys? Is it okay for us to, talk a little bit more? Is it okay for us to just take this to another level? All right. So one other thing that I want to bring my two business besties, my two friends up, right? A lot of people don't know this, right? One of my mentors told me this, and it never hit me until I actually went through this. And they said that if you don't have one vision, you have D vision. So I'm gonna don't let this go over your head. If you don't have one vision, you have D vision. So a lot of people don't know this. Some people do. A lot of people don't notice that I was married before we got divorced 2023, 2 years ago, or last two years ago. And what I realized looking back on everything is not that she was 100% a bad person or I was a bad person. We didn't do anything bad to each other. It's just the fact that we wasn't on the same page. But amen in the chat, you guys know exactly, or you've been through that, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So what happens is when you're not on the same page with individuals, that means you have division, it divides. If you're trying to go here, but then this person trying to go here, it's no way it's going to work. How are you going to the same destination, but you guys got two different routes? But where it comes into play is for you guys in your own self, you have two different things in your own body that needs to be on the same page. So right now, you guys are going to do division with yourself and you don't even realize it. Put amen in the chat, you guys know what I'm talking about. So now, for example, right, your mind is saying, yo, join this call with Boom Around Mount Joy and be a part of this. But then your body said, let's go ahead and watch Netflix a little longer. It ain't going to work. Somebody in here like, yo, listen, let me go ahead and I got the list I got the exact text message to text my brother and sister and my friends and my family go out and get the house. But your body's saying, let's just do that next year. It ain't gonna happen. So your mind and your body are two different things, but they need to be on the same page so you can have one vision. But now a lot of you guys aren't on the same vision, aren't on the same page. So now you having division. That's why the things that you've been trying to do last year still hasn't happened. Raise your hand in the chat. If you let's be honest, let's be transparent. How many people know exactly what I'm talking about? The same goal and the same plan you had for the last 3 years still hasn't happened. It's simply because your mind and your body is just not on the same page. So I'm gonna unmute you guys one last time. I need you guys to yell out, I promise that you guys are gonna be on the same page from this day forward, from right now. I need you guys to promise that the things that you think about, also the things that you want to act on at the same time. So 1, 2, 3.
The
I
things
promise.
myself.
Promise. I
Promise.
promise. I promise. I promise.
Moses. So I got my besties up, my friends up, my business partners up, and a lot of you guys have been talking to us, have been asking us, been just wanting more. But I might put more in the chat. That's you. Put more in the chat. That's you. If you somebody on here that's like, yo, how many people? Let's just be transparent, right? How many people in here are already dreading Friday? Are already dreading Saturday? Like, damn, this actually might be over soon. Like, dang, like this literally is going to be over in like 2 days. So what we put together, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I know you guys love all of us, but I'm gonna be honest with you. This is my last one. This is the last ride. This is it. We are putting together a program, a mentorship where we can actually hold your hand and walk with you guys, help you guys. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Everybody throw out the word more mentorship. Everybody say no more mentorship. Everybody say no more mentorship. Put that in the chat. No more mentorship. We are actually putting together a partnership with you guys where we can actually help you guys and walk with you guys and really put this thing together. Because the thing is, you have all the resources, you just don't have the right partner to get it done. Joy talked about this earlier today, how she connected with me and Ramel and we changed a lot of things. I won't say everything because she was already a power by herself, but we changed a lot of things because she had the resources, she just had a partnership. So if you're someone in here that is looking for that partner, I need you to put partnership in the chat. So we want to open up an opportunity where you guys can partner with us, where we can actually help you guys, give you guidance, give you support, and really kind of streamline and put everything together. But the thing about it is, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, right? This is being super transparent. I don't partner with everybody. I don't want to. I don't have no intentions to. I don't even like everybody. I don't want to. But the people that I do, we go to the moon. So what we have tonight, we have an opportunity where we have a partnership program where we guys can partner with you guys and work with you guys and help you guys out, but it is application based. Somebody say, I need that app now if you want to go ahead and apply to be a part of this type of partnership. Matter of fact, I ain't really feeling the text. I need to yell out, I need that app now. If you need that.
I need it now. I need it now.
Right now.
Need that.
Oh, Joe, if you want to add anything or team, should we just drop the app? And it's like a 3-minute app, 5-minute app, and it's not based on money. I know y'all thinking that it's not based on credit. I know y'all thinking that it's not based on experience. I know you think about it. It's based on mindset. Because like I said, that's the first prerequisite. We can help you with the other two, but if that first one isn't there, it's a waste of time. Don't even waste your time. But if you know I have the mindset in order to go ahead and do what I need to do, we can work on the other two things. So if you need that application, Joy, Ram, I don't know if you want to add anything or team, we could just drop it. Let me know.
I would say team dropping, and while they're filling it out, we can say something. So what I would say is this, like, some of you guys are like, hey, the information that I'm getting this week is great. And if you feel like you can take everything that you learned these 5 days and go knock it out, then, go ahead. Right. But there's some other people in here who are going to be like, listen, I know where I need to go. I'm just missing one step. I already got some motion. I already know my lane. It's just, I just need to fix 1 or 2 things to take me from A to Z. But I'm trying to get from A to Z, not now, but right now. So if you're looking for a partnership to get you from A to Z, not now, but right now, that's what we're offering past these 5 days, where you have access to getting all your questions answered. You have access to what is the play that I need to do for funding? What do I need to do to get my credit? What do I need to do for what do I need to do, and then take that information and run with it. That's what we want to offer, because we need to be going into 2026 with momentum. Like, we're already sprinting. See, everyone, the competition is winding down. Thanksgiving and then Christmas and New Year, new me, and turn up. And by January 15th, January 20th, they're gonna dust off their laptop and try to get that business. And they're gonna then start. Or we're gonna be working on ourselves now, November, December. So come January, we are sprinting in, passing up the competition. So if you're looking to get to your goal quickly, if you're looking to get to where you're trying to be with the least amount of mistakes, the least amount of money lost, the least amount of time wasted, if you want the cheat code, like what is the blueprint, then I want you to make sure that you click the link, get the application, apply to partner with us so that we can get you there quickly. Because when you get with the right people and you already have your motion, it's like throwing gasoline on a match. It's just.
And I want to add to that too, right? Because some of us are in the chat and they're asking some questions around like what comes with the partnership, right? So we're going to be having a private next steps call tomorrow, right? Tomorrow we're going to have a private next steps call, and it's only going to be available for the people who do apply, right? So if you don't apply, you don't even get an opportunity to even hear all the details around the partnership, right? So this is literally the last mentorship that you will ever need, because that's the reason why myself, Boone, and Joy came together, because we want to make sure that we put something that's bulletproof. Somebody type bulletproof in the chat. Like Boone got you, he got you straight. You see what he just laid down when it comes to real estate. There's nobody you need to go to when it comes to buying real estate. We're going to make sure we take it tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be insane. Just like that. But that's another day. We're going to have that conversation tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But Joy going to get y'all situated. We're literally putting together a full blueprint and really want to be more intimate. That's what this is about. So again, if you don't apply at all, you won't even hear about the opportunity. Right? Yes, it's going to be an investment. Yes, we're going to break down the everything, all the details of it. So I'm sharing that because I don't want you to talk yourself out of your dreams. I don't want you to talk yourself out of you being able to reach your goals next year, right? Because a lot of us, we prayed for the opportunity. You're here right now and you've been locked in with us for the last 3 days because you've been looking for an opportunity to find people that you could actually trust, find people that you can believe in, and then find people that's proven. That's the difference. The difference between any other person that you may see teaching you, we literally do this in real life. And we're going to break that down, and we're showing you time and time again. So team, drop the application again. We're not taking everybody. Just want to make that very clear. So I got to look directly in the camera. We cannot take everybody because it's not about quantity. It's about quality. Somebody type quality in the chat. Reason why we make the best out of our mentorships because we put the best of the best in the room. When you bring the best of the best and you put all of them in one room, that's when you create masterminds. So that's what we want to do. So it's not going to be everybody. We're only opening up 25 spots. So I want to make that very clear. So if you don't apply, you don't even get an opportunity, but this is not for everybody. It's going to be for a select few because we want to literally partner with you. We want to really help you and put you in the game. Somebody say, put me in the game, coach.
Put me in the game.
Put me in the game. Like, we tired of sitting on the sideline. We tired of sitting on the bench. And I'm hearing it. I said it earlier, and I said it nicely. But I'm going to be straightforward. A lot of us, we got what it takes. We just on the bench watching everybody else win and playing the game because we don't believe we good enough to be on the court with them. We don't believe that we good enough. No, you are good enough, but you need the right coach with the right system. Michael Jordan, yes, he was a great player, but he didn't win championships until he got with Phil Jackson and had the right system. Right, Kobe, yes, he was great, but he wasn't winning championships until he had the right coach with the right system. You need to have all of these pieces together, and that's essentially what we want to do in our partnership program, and we want to help you get to that next level. So that's all I really got to say. And once y'all apply, matter of fact,
Put I applaud in the chat. Put I applaud in the chat. Let's start congratulating people that don't need time to he said,
Aisha,
wait, what
Tammy,
am I thinking? Like, how
Sabrina,
many people that don't need time to
Desmond,
think about something that already makes sense?
Darkita, James, Sophia, Monique, Tyrone, Leone, Giano, J. King, Dr. Jesselyn. Come on, doctor.
What's up, Doc?
Brenda, Danielle, Gershom, Joseph.
And enjoy. I want to say one thing because I want to double back on this because I don't forget too much. Shavar, you got what you needed tonight? He said, yeah. Shavar, did you apply?
I'm working on it right now.
I told you I got you, man.
You did answer my question, so I appreciate you, Boom.
Man of my word.
Well, I wanted to, because I need to know for the last 3 days, let's just be transparent between day 1 with Dana, day 2 with Joy, day 3 with Boom. Didn't even get to day 4 with me yet. But how much was those 3 days worth alone? Like, if you had to put a number on it, how much was those 3 days alone? Like, how much information? We're not even talking about the MVP leadership accountability calls in the morning with Mindset Mogul. They said priceless. They said priceless, man. And so just imagine what it's going to be like when you have 12 weeks with us with this same intensity, right? Because my mentor told me this a minute ago. He said, why stop doing what's working? That's what be happening. We start something and we make some progress and then we get comfortable and complacent. Like we think we made it. Right? We get a raise at the job, we get a bonus, and then we think we made it. We get that tax refund, and we think we made it. We get into a class, we get some gyms that help us with our business, and then we move the needle, but then we stop and we think we made it. We got to keep going. Somebody put keep going in the chat. Never stop doing what's already working. If you know that being in these last 3 days and we still got more days to go is making sense and you making progress, you want to stay locked in, y'all. So let's go.
Your Instagram handle is your Instagram name for those asking in the comments.
That's your Instagram name.
So Instagram handle on the application means Instagram name.
And then one other thing, I seen somebody said, can I apply for mentorship? Just when first of all, it's not mentorship, it's partnership. And the other piece is like, the thing is we make a mistake in life is where we only want to go ahead and apply only shoot our shot at one piece. Life is is a puzzle. There's multiple different pieces to put the whole thing together. And that's one of the things, and I don't want a lot of people in here to lose sight of that or not make the necessary steps because they think, hey, I only need one piece. Well, when you open up one door, it's like Pandora's box. It's another door that you didn't know about. So why only get access to one key when you can get 3 and you can open up the next door, the next door, and the next door? Everyone understand it? Because there's somebody on here is like, you know what? I'm gonna just wait a little bit because I really just want to learn the storage, or I just need the business, or I just want to learn like, because once you go ahead and open up that door and buy that piece of real estate, you're going to need to protect that asset. Once you go ahead and flip that property and make your 100 grand, you're going to want to invest that into something bigger, storage facility. So why pencil yourself in a corner of just one thing where you can get 3? Everyone understand that? Everyone understand that? Put understand in the chat if you guys understand that. So look, y'all, again.
Let me add this real quick, Boom. So yes, once you apply, right, myself, Boom, Joy, we're going to be reviewing the applications and the team. We're going to be going through. We're going to be up all night and tomorrow going through the applications. And if you are approved, you will get either a text, email, or phone call from our team. One of the 3. If you do not get anything from anybody, that means that your application was not approved. So don't be reaching out and making a big deal. If you did not hear anything, that means your application was not approved. But if you do hear, whether you get a text, email, or phone call, we will be reaching out to you tomorrow to let you know that your application was approved, and in the details for our private next steps call, where we're going to discuss everything in regards to the partnership program. And yes, it's 3 of us. So it's not just Joy, not just Boone, not myself. You're getting all 3 of us, which we've never done this. Like we've never done this together, but we made this commitment to do so because we've been doing this for so long, helping different people out, individually. We said we need to come together because a lot of Joy's mentees, they need some of the game that Boone got, and then some of Boone mentees need some of the game that I got. So we're like, let's come together, let's make it bigger than us. And that's what this is about.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So again, really quickly, we got 4 minutes because these guys got me up here trying to stay up late looking through apps. This is insane. Like, we got 4 minutes. If you guys just apply, put I applied in the chat so we can put a name with a face when we looking through the apps, that will help. So just put an applied, and we're gonna scroll through the Zoom, see, put a name with the face. I advise you guys put your camera on. Awesome, 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 awesome. So it's best if you guys get this app in sooner now, so we can go and look through these things from 10:45, 10:50 throughout the night. I got to like 1 in me. And we're gonna go ahead and get this thing going. But I'm be honest with you guys, I'm excited to work, especially this group. It's something about this group. It's something about you guys have a different aura, a different energy. First off, sometimes we have done this in the past. We ain't had as many people with their cameras on. Second, a lot of you guys are saying that you have a lot of the resource, right? You just missing that one little piece. You missing that partner. And then the third thing is, even somebody on here that may not have the same resources as the person that may have spoke on a call, you guys still have some resources that you just don't know how to use. You ever play spades with somebody? You like, how the heck you win? You only had 2 spades, 3 spades. They know how to play their hand. They're an expert at what they do. Allow us to be the expert to help you play your hand, even if you don't have a full deck. Joey said, yeah, she must be nice in spades.
I am.
She shook her head. She must be.
You gotta teach me.
It's my spades partner.
Oh.
You know how to play, Mo?
Now I know Farrakhan know how to play spades.
Nah, I don't.
He played dominoes or something.
I play dice. I don't know. Y'all gotta put me on though.
You are from Brooklyn. You are from Brooklyn.
Yeah, the dice is
CeeLo. Yeah, nah. Y'all gotta put me on though for sure.
Oh, for sure. But I'm really, all jokes aside, I'm really enjoying this week, and I'm excited to really build and work with every single one of you guys that apply. Make it through. But most importantly, I'm excited about finishing out this week. So look, we're gonna just put 2 more minutes in the chat if you need 2 more minutes to finish out the application. And then we're gonna go ahead. Yeah, he definitely didn't say chess. He said dice. Just put 2 in the chat. You need 2 more minutes to apply before we come up.
Malcolm X in the background.
Yeah, that's
dice. He gonna snap on y'all.
Yeah, the honorable Elijah Muhammad, bro. You better 2 more minutes. Okay, so we're gonna keep this up from 10:29 to 10:31. Give you all that 2 minutes. Well, let's just say 10:33. We're gonna give you guys 4 minutes. We're gonna bring up 4 more minutes so you guys can do this, and after that, we'll close it out because we're going to be looking through these things tonight. So this is not something, hey, I'm gonna fly this app on Saturday. We're doing this tonight. Say this again, we're doing this tonight. So make sure you guys do what you need to do tonight so we can look through everything tonight and we can start having conversations with you guys tomorrow about setting things up. And remember, we talked about our word of the night is prerequisite. So the prerequisite of winning in 2026 is prepping and planning in 2025. So let's start putting the plays together, setting things up so that in 2026 you already have a kickstart and already rolling. All right.
If y'all had to type just one word of how you're feeling right now, we went through funding with Dana. We went through business structure with me. We got real estate with Boone. We still got some more to go, but what is one word is how you are feeling right now? Okay, optimistic, watered, tired, brave, bliss, inspired, overjoyed, motivated, empowered, ready, excited, but scared, clarity. Okay, this is good. Activated, optimistic, driven, confident, inspired, convinced, positive. I love this. Who feels, give me a me in the comments if you were like, I don't know about if I'm about to learn anything, but you're actually shocked and actually learning something new in these days. Give me a me in the comment. Like, y'all are actually showing me something that I didn't know, or y'all are answering a question, or now I kind of see where I'm going with this, because that is the whole point of why we are, investing in y'all, to make sure that everyone has what it needs, because I know what it's like. You know what I'm saying? I know what it's like to have your back against the wall. I know what it's like to feel like, hey, I don't think I can get out of this hole. And I want everyone to know that you can get out of whatever it is that you're in, and that you can succeed in whatever it is that you want to succeed in. So sometimes it's just knowing exactly what we need to do, or tweaking something and getting the blueprint. And then once you get the blueprint, you just run that play all day, every day, and then twice on Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you
So
welcome,
give me,
Sophia.
has everyone applied, or is someone still give me a 2 in the comments if you're still trying to.
Somebody said they think I'm asleep. That was reckless.
Boo not even here. That's AI. Boo not even here. It's AI.
That's
AI
twin.
twin.
Yo, that's hilarious. I need everybody. If you ready to partner with us, I need you to type partner in the chat. If you ready to partner us, I need you to type partner in the chat. And matter of fact, that's what I want to do. I wanted to, because I see a few of our mentees on this call. And is it okay for us to actually have a partnership? Like, would y'all want to? Because it's one thing to hear from us, but like, would you want to hear from somebody that's literally partnered with us? Just let us know in the chat. Let us know in the chat, because sometimes people think this stuff is all fluff. People think this stuff is not real, and it really is like a real thing, and it's what we really do. So, what I want to do, I want to bring up one of our mentees, Angela. Angela, where you at? Angela, where you at? Can y'all bring up Angela Washington? Can y'all bring up Angela Washington? Even though Cynthia said yes, but I know it's real. That's what I'm talking about. What up, Angela? How you doing?
I'm feeling good. It's always good to have family in the house, for real. I'm always excited.
And you are you always a student, right? You're making sure that you're on every single class to pick up all of the game, right?
Always prepared.
Always, right? Picking up all the gems. So look, I want you to share whatever you feel comfortable with. I really just want you to share your experience, share your journey, and then talk about the things that we've been able to do. They want to know where you're from. Just kind of get them a little bit about yourself, let them know the things that we've been able to do.
Okay, first and foremost, I'm a Southern California girl. Originally I was born in Philly, Boone. So I'm from the city of brotherly love. Lived in Pittsburgh most of my life. Before coming to California, I'm an Air Force brat. So I had to get that out the way, because I'm East Coast rooted. So look, guys, for those of you who are baby boomers like me, I need to say this to you. I spent 35 years in education, and I literally, one day I was on a tube and I saw Ramel, and I said, I should do that. So I literally spun myself around and said, this is it for me. I can do this. I'm going to jump in. I didn't know what the heck I was jumping into in terms of knowing the content and having experience and being able to take my skill set and if it would apply. But I knew I had the determination to say, I got to do that, because here's the funny thing. When it was time for me to retire, I retired early because I said, I'm not making what I'm worth. After 35 years of education, I still wasn't making what I'm worth. Are you hearing me? That was my biggest, they ask you, they'll say like, why? Because I wasn't making, and I know this is repetitive, I wasn't making what I was worth. I built programs. We got state recognition. I've sent kids to college for on scholarships. I was also a track and field coach. I'm telling you, everything that I did, I made them look real good. right? So I said, well, let's spin this around the block back to me. And when I'm saying this to you, I said, if any of you were engineers, if you were on anything outside of business and real estate, that was me. It's like jumping in the water, doing this. Oh God, I hope I don't drown. Don't be afraid. You know why? You're not going to drown. You're not going to drown. There's so much information that you want to put your hands on. You want to gobble it all up. But let me tell you something. I'm an investor. Who would have thought? When we have a Smith station, go to Instagram. I signed up today, Facebook, all that stuff. Because they're doing renovations on a property that I had a chance to invest in. This was my first investment. And I was like, this is so exciting. I went to Georgia and then we drove with another partner. If Tanya's on here, we drove to Alabama to see it. We walked the property. We were like, we're like, we own some of this. Like, we are partners in this, right? But to see it where it is now, it's amazing. And to look at, we pinched ourselves. We said, we drove here, we're actually here. I sat in the car because I couldn't believe it. I had never invested in anything like that. So I decided, excuse my French, no disrespect to anyone. I said, damn right, I deserve this. Yeah, and I had a sense of momentum. And now I'm doing more of little things of refining systems. I was telling Ramel, what do you need, he said? I said, I need systems because I want to do that thing while I do with plug and play because I'm ready. You're not going to be by yourself. And sometimes you want to try to do it by yourself. I had to learn I had to learn to embrace team. And that was really hard for me. But because I am so used to doing it all. So all of you who think they can, like everything that you said, Boone, everything that you said, Joy, was on your the other day with you. Everything you guys are saying was like, if you're feeling that, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to feel it only because it's new. But once you start putting one foot in front of the other, you're going to go, oh yeah, I understand why I need that. I better do that. Because after a while, it becomes so much easier. And all I'm going to tell you because he knows I'm long-winded, is that if you believe that you're in the right place tonight, that you took the right step because you're tired of being sick and tired, then you are in the right place. Because guess what? The dollar is dying. I'm paying a lot of attention to what the dollar is doing. You can't work enough hours to get yourself out of the hole you're in now. You'll be running a bankruptcy court trying to start all over again. But you cannot work enough hours. There's not enough time. You don't have enough years in front of you to get that back and then start over and then start a pot. Nah, this is a beautiful place to be right now with people who know what they're doing and want the best for you. So I'm just telling you, if a teacher like me, and I'm 64 years old, will be 65 in December. It's my birthday.
You look good, girl. You look good.
No, I look terrible. But I'm saying, the one time you call me, I look a mess. I'm like, oh my gosh. But I just want to say this in passing. Is really, guys, Joy, you're beautiful. Guys, aesthetically, you guys are like, your stature is Black excellence. I don't just say this because it's, it's a coin term, yada, yada. But it's so nice to see, like, wow, they know their stuff. The way you carry yourself, how you execute, how you pronounce, how you do everything the right way, how you teach. Because I was like, well, when you come in with no platform, I had no prior knowledge. It's so scary. I had you don't understand. I was doing meetings and blah, but no content, none of this. So all of you who are sitting there going, I'm scared. You're gonna be, and it better be tickling you, and it better be a little bit frightful. Why? Because it's new. And anything new is gonna be a challenge until it becomes like second nature to you. Because now it's like, oh yeah, and you're used to, it's like this. I took the language of education. I had to interpret everything that the businesses and real estate terms, and I had to go, okay, what does this mean? How would I see that in education? So you're gonna have to do some interpretation with your background, your content that you have specialty in. Your specialty is gonna be a different language than if you come here like me. And I'm saying this again so that you know that there's hope for you. It's not that bad. That first year was rough for me. I ain't gonna lie. I said, oh God. It was not rough because it was rough because I had to let go of my own systems to bring in the new systems, there is a process where you have to clean the house out so that you can allow the new furniture to come in and take its place. So you can sit in different rooms and be able to, okay, how do I use this information? So ladies and gentlemen, if this is where you're sitting because you thought, stop thinking, take action, because action cures all fears.
Mm-hmm.
If all you do is sit there at the station and watch that train go by, well, someone's going to be watching you while they're out there making their millions when it's your idea. You said, I thought about that, but they acted on it. And I know that I overthink. I have to look at some things I do. So I'm very cautious of some things. And I go, it's doing it again, stop it. So Coach Crew, I did try to make it three, but 30 seconds or less, but it's too hard.
It's all good. Tell Coach Crew I'll deal with him. We good. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm a Mailbox millionaire. I'm loving that. People can call them. I can call me. They can call me. I can call them. We're having a conversation with words I've never used before.
Yeah.
Never. So I'm excited because I'm actually celebrating some things. Now, on my 65th birthday, I am going to own something. I don't care if it's a TP. I'm going to own something. It's going to be instead of a duplex. I've been doing driving for dollars. And I'm like you said, I know a neighborhood. I understand. I even know what that means now. I said, I understand totally what that means, boo. And I said, I'm looking at apartments now. I'm like, and self-storage. So when you said the threesome, I said, I already got my eyes on my self-storage. I'm going to definitely have some apartments because that's not that bad. And Ramel, you said, well, if you can do that, what's the difference? It's a little bit more. It's the same negotiation. You're still going to use similar paperwork. You have an LOI. You still have to make an offer. You still got to close. You still got to do the same thing. So we'll get the money.
That's a fact.
Right?
Yes.
So anyway, enough of me talking.
Thank you so much, Angela. Everybody show Angela some love in the chat.
Yo,
Let me say this, boom, real quick, and thank you so much, Angela. And I gotta say this because she didn't even speak on even the magnitude of what she's even done beyond being an investor and partner in one of our self-storage businesses, right? And that's just to show this is really a partnership. You get the opportunity to partner at that highest level. But when Angela first joined, she's been in our program 2 years. 2 years, y'all. Put 2 years in the chat. So I'm saying this because I don't want y'all to think this is an overnight thing. It's not gonna think it's gonna be happening 2 years. And when she first joined, she didn't know how to work the Facebook. She didn't know how to work Telegram. I'm talking about she sent 30 emails how do I get here? How do I get there? Literally, it was a foreign language down to the technology. Put me in the chat if you feel like you've been struggling with the Telegram and keeping up with the Zoom links and all this technology feel overwhelming, right? She was in the exact same spot. But guess what? And anybody in our community would tell you, Angela is the first person to help anybody else when it comes to technology now. She the one who answers to comments faster than everybody else. She the one who's posting fast. We is this the same person who couldn't get Facebook and didn't figure it out? But it shows the consistency, and not just that. She passed her life insurance exam, so now she's licensed in insurance, and now she's going to be building that business as well. Her credit score was in the 500s, and now she's in the 700s. So she's literally been consistent the whole time doing the work. But the biggest thing that I admire about Angela is that she's not afraid to ask for help. She's not afraid to look like she don't know what's going on. A lot of times we got more pride than money. We don't want to ask questions. We don't want to get coaching. We don't want to get in because we feel like we should know it all. No, give yourself grace. And like I said earlier in the week, if you knew what to do already, then you would already be doing it. So get with the mentors that can give you the guidance. Just borrow our confidence, borrow our ideas, borrow our experience, and then you're going to be able to take yourself to that very next level. So I just want to add that. But shout out to you, Angela. Thank you. I'm going to pass it back to you, Boom.
Yo, you talked a lot about her, but I think you missed one of the biggest things, right? You said she joined into the program 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know in the chat who would talk that highly of someone or something 2 years later if it didn't work. I don't know a lot of people that would not get any results or not be satisfied with something and still talk highly about it 2 years later, let alone get on a Zoom 2 years later. Sometimes we got to read in between the lines. I don't know. I'm real quick. Did you guys catch that? I don't know if y'all caught that. Did y'all catch that?
Yes.
Yes. No.
Between the lines, like 2 years later and still speaking highly of things. Some of y'all not even speaking highly of y'all kids 2 years later. Like this is a whole stranger. Y'all 2 years later still speaking highly and still saying the new results they get. So yes, what he's saying, things take time, but think about sometimes we join in the programs for the information, but not just joining the program for the person. Not joining the program for the environment. Like I'm big on joining into our programs for the environment. I want to get inside a new environment with a group of individuals that I can start building with. And the last thing I want to say, what I noticed, Sasha said a baby would never learn if he stayed down when he fell, learning to walk. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to fall. And I want to piggyback off that because I think that's important, but a lot of us turn hypocrite at some point in our lives. And what I mean by hypocrite is like you keep telling the kid, you fell, get up. You keep telling your kid, go to school, meet new friends. You keep telling your kid, go learn new things. You keep telling the kid, hey, look, listen, I knew you used to eating chicken. Hey, try fish. Hey, try some new things. I knew you used to playing basketball. Let's try soccer. You're telling your kid to try and do all these things, but at some point in our lives, we turn hypocrite and then we don't try new things. When the last time we tried new information? When the last time we tried new food? When the last time we tried meeting new people? When the last time we tried meeting new friends? Some of y'all fell one time in real estate at some point in your life and said, I'm never getting back up on this again. But yet you're telling your kids to fall and try again, try again, try again. So at some point we have to go back to the basics and go back to the things that we keep telling them to do, and we need to do the exact same thing. I fell a bunch of times. I get back up every single time. I met new people over and over and over again because I know it's one person that can change everything. Me, Ramel, Joe, we talk about how we change each other's lives by meeting new. I didn't know them more than 4 or 5 years ago. Before 2020, I didn't know none of them. But yet we made so much impact in these last couple of years that some people would never do in their lifetime. So that's all I wanted to say. I want to add that in. If you guys enjoyed the night, comment I enjoy. If you guys applied, comment I applied. I just want to get a feel for the room. Let me know if y'all want to add anything else. Or
I want to add one more thing, and then this is really my last. I know you gotta go to bed. Me too. I gotta get ready for tomorrow. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Go get your.
You still gotta look through all of this stuff.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So look, what I want y'all to do is this. Go in that Telegram and I want you to do a video, 30 seconds or less, not a long video, because we gotta watch these videos and we don't want to hit the snooze, right? So 30 seconds or less, get power in the point. I want you to let us know why you qualify to work with us in our partnership program. 30 seconds or less, let us know why you qualify to work with us in our partnership program. All right, if y'all got that, put got it in the chat. If y'all got that, but got in the chat, and that's it. That's all I have. I'm super excited. Joe, if you got anything, you can let us know. If not, we're gonna close this thing up. Oh, unmute.
I'm gonna just say, stop playing and let's just do it. I'm ready to see y'all on the other side.
Perfect. All right, let's get it, y'all. We out of here. Let's take a picture while we out. All right. Peace. Y'all have a good night.